What's going on? What's going on? Welcome back to the lounge. I am Raytruelife and of course bald head bastard. Well, he got a hat on today. It's
That's right.
Chevalier.
I wanted to fuck up your notion about the whole bald head bastard.
Chevalier life. You still a bald head bastard, but you got them yellow tinted I'm a celebrity glasses on today. So you
Bullshit.
putting your celebrity
First,
status out there in our face right now.
first of all, I am not a celebrity. You're more of a celebrity than I am. You
That's big.
you are the
I
man.
don't think so. I don't
You're
think so.
Raymond.
So
You're
what?
Raymond.
So let's talk about what happened when you was on vacation.
I don't know what happened.
Oh, you don't know what happened when you was on vacation and the man knew you in the boat.
No, I don't remember that story.
Yeah, okay, of course you don't.
Convenient.
Convenient.
Well, no, you know what that is? You know what that is? That's not about celebrity. That's about footprint. He knew me because his uncle and aunt had bought a humidor for me in Atlanta. And so he just walked up to me and said, "You smoke cigars? I mean, where you from?" And I said, "Dallas." And then, he went
Yeah,
from
that's a
there.
lie. That's a lie. You already told us the story. You can't go back and change it now. You done already told us how everything happened. Now you're
Yeah, I
trying to
did
go
tell
back
you.
and change it. So don't worry,
Yeah.
don't do that. Don't do that.
Hey, Ray, fuck you, man.
Right back at you. Right back at you. Well, let's get this show started, man. Let's get
I
this
think
show
the toast
started.
is on you.
Uh it's on me.
I think so.
Well, let's get it. All right, let me pull up real quick. You see what I
What you
did
what,
there?
what you sipping on? I saw how you brought it around there.
Yeah, you see how I did that right there?
hmm I poured mine right before. What you
And do
what you
something on
drinking?
your
I'm gonna say it. I ain't afraid to say it. We ain't gonna not say. I'm drinking Basil. Hey,
well,
I'm
not a sponsor. Um,
not a sponsor, but I'm drinking.
I'm sipping on Moulin Labe Maple Bourbon Whiskey once again.
Who's technically is a sponsor
Who
of
is
the
a
show.
sponsor?
He is a sponsor.
Who is a sponsor? So I'll
He's he's
definitely,
not only a sponsor, he's a friend of the show.
definitely not only a sponsor, he's a friend of the show. So I will definitely say that. However, this toast, this toast, this toast goes to another great show, man. We got a really good topic today. We're gonna try to stay on it this time. We're gonna try and get to the topic this time, but this toast goes to another great show, man. Cheers.
Cheers.
So before we get off into it, sir, is there anything that you got to get off your chest?
Uh, you know, no, not really. I
What?
mean, to be honest, I've been too tired to be frustrated.
I bet you have. I bet you have. It's your new
That
job.
new promotion has got me, mentally tired.
Got you a
It's been
new promotion.
promotion, and it's been it's a journey. And so, every day I've been doing 12-hour days, man, just to get myself up to speed. Going in 2, 3 a.m., leaving at 3 in the afternoon, and just it's a lot of knowledge, man. A lot of things I got to study up on, and so I've been doing that. I tell you what, I got something to get off my chest.
I figured you would.
Get it off your chest.
All right. So last week we had a conversation about a topic about this video, right? So my what I got to get off my chest is not about the topic of the guy calling and tell his buddy good night. The problem that I have is people who call us toxic and because they don't agree with our views. If you don't agree with our views, that doesn't make us bad people. That don't make you bad people. That just means we respectfully don't agree. And so on this show, man, we pride ourselves on being a free space for people to communicate and share their thoughts, right?
Yeah.
And it just kind of pisses me off a little bit when people, no matter what we say, people tell us that we toxic because we don't agree with them or they don't agree with us or whatever. And I don't believe that they're toxic because they disagree with me. I just believe they have a different belief system. As a man, we see things a certain kind of way. Some men agree with us, some women, agree with us, and vice versa. Some people have different views. We respect the opinions of every individual that comes on the show. So it kind of pisses me off when people come on here and they label us as toxic because we don't agree with something that other people might agree with socially. We have a right to our own opinion, and
You're right about that.
I think that's what's toxic when people can't be open enough to understand or to respect our views like we respect theirs. So I want to get that off my chest, man. A lady came on the show and she called us toxic last week, and it fucked with me a little bit, because I think that we've proven, and she's never watched the show before, obviously. We've proven that if we're not anything, we're not fucking toxic. We're
Right.
opinionated. We might be a lot of things, but toxic, I don't think we are. I don't think that we're homophobic. I don't think that we're racist. I don't think that we're biased against one group. Everyone that comes on here, white, black, blue, and green,
It's
has
all
the
welcome.
opportunity to share their views. And
Exactly.
we do that respectfully. We do that because everybody that comes on this show, we love them. We appreciate them. This show was based in love and based in concern for the members of the cigar community as a whole. So, it's not a self-serving show. We would love to be sponsored and make lots of money, but we don't make any money doing this show. Yet and still, we take time away from our families to do this every week without expectation from anybody. So to call us fucking toxic, all I got to say is fuck you if you think I'm toxic. And I say that with respect and love. I tell you fuck you all the time. I answer the phone when you call me fuck you.
Yeah, you
I
do.
say fuck you. I fuck you with love. Fuck you with love. Like if you don't like the fact of what we're saying, you have every right. You are welcome to disagree. You're welcome to share your views, but you can't call us toxic because you disagree with us. That's just I was personally offended by it, and it's very rare that I'm offended at all.
Yeah, man. It derailed the whole show. You
It
know,
did. It
it
did. It really.
derailed the whole show. We didn't get to the toxic. Look, I'm about to say it.
You
We
saying
didn't
the
get to
toxic?
the topic that we wanted to get to. Which so that's what we're gonna do today is we're gonna get on that topic that we wanted to get to before we got derailed. Uh, which we got to do better at. Not getting derailed like that. Not
Well,
allowing
I
not
felt like
allowing
we.
stuff like that to or at least I have to get better at not allowing stuff like that to get me off track.
Well, I felt like at the time, man, it was a current topic. We didn't plan it, but when you think about it, Ray, do we ever like
Uh,
some of our
most of our
deepest
most of our
conversations were
topics,
unplanned?
right? Most of our deepest conversations are well, all of our conversations are unplanned. But when we have a topic that we like to we talk about, wherever that takes us is where it takes us.
Right.
We ride the train wherever it goes when it pertains to whatever topic we got. We might start talking about one thing and wind up talking about something completely different.
Right.
Just following the flow of the conversation. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's what it is, man. And so, thank y'all for allowing me to have my rant. I had to get that out there. Before we get started, I want to say, hey, we got Pensacola Cigar Weekend going this weekend. You guys in the Pensacola area, get down there and support Doc Charlita and Bruno Lyons, James Mayday, our boy. They putting this thing on. It's the first or the inaugural Pensacola Cigar Weekend event, and I think it's going to be great. We got Mount Olympus down there with his cigars. Uh, I sponsor the humidor that they're going to be raffling off. They've got some great things going on. Different vibe, Latin night going on. I believe it's tonight or tomorrow night. So they've got a lot going on. So if you get a chance, definitely support Pensacola Cigar Weekend. Also, we got the Rose City Cigar and Soul Festival, July 10th through the 13th, Portland, Oregon. I am honored to be one of the sponsors. Hey, man, I think this is going to be a good time. It's the Rose City Cigar and Soul Festival. So
Hmm.
visit rosecitycigarandsoul.com and get your tickets. Come on out and kick it out there with us. We got Heart of Alliance going to be out there. I believe Stacy from Smoke the Collection is going to be there and a host of other vendors. And it's going to be a great time. in Portland, Oregon. So I wanted to get that in there tonight. Fume Sheep, good evening all the way out there in Kansas City. What's up, sis? Mount Olympus. We were just talking about you and Pensacola Cigar
That's where
Weekend.
he at now.
That's where he at right now. He
But
out there.
he ain't gonna be able to jump in with us. He out there right now.
He out there doing his thing. Hey, Maisha, what's going on in Oklahoma, man? Saw you on the live last night celebrating as you, as usual. And Big Mark, what's up, man? It's good to see you, man. One of these days you got to join us again. I heard they got a sale on LED lights, man. You didn't load it up in the background.
Yeah,
So I
Mark, where
want
you
to
been,
shout
man?
them out.
You ain't been in here with us for quite some time, sir. You need to come on back.
Yeah,
Come
he
on
been
home.
doing his
Come on
thing,
home.
man. He been doing his thing. You can always come home, man. You got all. There's no place like home, Mark. But yeah, man,
Definitely.
let's jump in. Let's jump into that topic, man, and go from there, man. Let's see what we got going on.
Yeah, so man, one of the things that you hear a lot. Oh, we got high end cigars optional. Nick and
Uh
Chicken
huh.
is in the building.
Nick and Carolina Blue Cigars. Chris is in the building as well. What's going on, Chris? Amazing brother, with an amazing cigar brand. We always appreciate when he jumps in the comments and gives us some context. Creole Sweetheart is in there. Eugenio
Eugenio.
Frazier. Eugenio Frazier. I posted a picture with a suit on. He said, "Oh man, you getting to be just like me." I said, "Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I take that as a compliment. I take that as a compliment." Amazing brother. Tim Pearson, what's going on? But go ahead, man. Let's get it.
You sure?
Yeah.
You sure you ain't got no more shout outs?
Man, I ain't got no more shout outs, man. You know what? To be honest, man, I'm just happy to see everybody. Shit.
Yeah, yeah. As am I. As am I. Don't worry about me. I'm over here doing stuff behind the scenes. Hold on.
As
I'm
usual.
just doing stuff. I'm just doing stuff. So, are you gonna have the grill dancing on Saturday if I need to play? I don't know, bro. I don't want your meat in my mouth, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to swing by because I don't want your
Oh man,
meat
he don't
in
want
my mouth,
your meat in his mouth, man. He don't want your meat in his mouth, man.
man.
You know, they say we toxic for saying
Bondo
that too.
Smoke, what's going on? Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, we just got called toxic by somebody somewhere. But anyway,
Yeah.
um, man, I want to talk about network, man, because people talk a lot about your network is your net worth. But is it? You know, have we turned relationships into transactions? You have to do something for me,
Mm.
or we can't be friends unless you do something for me. Um, so like I understand, right, that I've said before, you're two people. You're probably two people removed from someone that can change your life, someone that wants to help you.
Right.
Uh, but is let's say I know this, right, and there are people who got a lot of money that's around me. Does that mean I'm worth more? And my friendship is worth more because my friends have money? Does my network actually make my net worth more? I don't think it does.
I agree with you. I don't think it does. I think your net worth uh, should be based on your individual qualities and what you give, not about what you receive and what you put out there in the atmosphere, how it helps or how it benefits someone else. You know, it's an interesting topic, and I remember when you brought this up last week. I really sat down and gave that some thought, and I hated that we didn't really talk about it because I had some things I wanted to say that escape me now. But I really believe, man, that your worth is based on your contributions. And I don't mean the amount, but the quality of your contribution. You know, the content of your character. I think all of that speaks to your net worth, your true net worth. Because
Mm-hmm.
when you say net worth, you know, people always go to finances. How much money? man, there's a whole lot of rich people that ain't worth a damn. There's a whole lot of rich people that don't give anything. They don't provide anything that not only either lifts a helping hand or inspires or motivates or even uh, nurtures. Because I think, when we talk about net worth, when we talk about contribution, we got to talk about the nurturing side, the part that cares about people. And I think that your net worth, for me, in my opinion, your net worth, is what you contribute and how you support, from your heart without expectation.
Well, I mean, for me, it's like when you have this network, right? And,
Hmm.
and and I know people that can do this. I know somebody that can do that. I know somebody that can do this. And I know people with a bunch of money. I know people who got businesses and people who have all of these things. Does that make my friendship more valuable than if I did not know all of those people?
I think it does to a person that is concerned about that, to a person, the type of person that only sees things at face value. I think it's valuable to somebody like that. But those are the type of people that do everything with a reciprocal expectation.
Right. So that means that in that sense, friendship is transactional, meaning what can you do for me? In order for me to be your friend, you have to be able to do something for me.
For
If I
some people,
can't gain anything from you, then I don't need you to be my friend.
I think for some people it's that way. When you look at the way we define relationships today, a lot of younger people, younger women, and I'm not trying to stereotype women, because there's men the same way. But you have a lot of young people that believe if I'm going to date somebody, I'm going to date them not for how they treat me, for what they can do for me. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
so I think that brother Oscuro, what's going on? I think that that's a problem, and I think people have stopped looking deep within. People are very shallow now, and then within 3 or 4 months they putting out memes on Facebook about you know sometimes the snake is right there lying beside you waiting to devour you. They start putting shit like that out because somebody that hurt them. When if you would have took the time to really get to know somebody and see them for who they are without the expectation of what they can do for you, then you probably would have discovered this person's not for you earlier on and saved yourself a lot of heartache.
I think in that sense, if you go into this friendship or this relationship genuinely for the friendship or relationship, instead of looking for what you can get out of it before you get into it, then you don't have that problem. I think that a lot of times we somebody knows some people, so I want to know the person that knows the people because then by proximity I know the people,
Right.
you know, and now knowing people becomes what you think the currency is because you know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. Now you think that your level or your value has raised. When if you just a trash person, you just a trash person.
Right.
You know,
Right. I agree with that.
I don't believe that the level of people that you know. I mean, it can definitely increase your net worth if you know certain people and those certain people are willing to pour into you. But I think that it's turned into I think relationships are turning into currency,
I agree.
especially with this growing social media, uh, 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 growing social media society. You gotta know somebody. If you don't know nobody, then you don't know nobody.
No, I agree. I agree with that. I think you're absolutely right. I really believe, man, that it just goes down to one word, and that's just being shallow. People are
Yeah,
shallow and they don't dig deep. And some of it is because maybe they don't have the capacity to do so. Maybe they're afraid to do so, um, or maybe they're just too lazy.
I think we don't understand uh connection. We don't understand the weight of connections and how connections versus friendships. Let me say it that way.
Yeah,
We don't understand. A lot of people don't understand connections versus friendships. Yeah, you can network. You know, you can strategically network to put yourself in certain positions. That doesn't necessarily make you the equal of the people that you're networking with, or that you've connected with. And I think that a lot of times people want to name drop and clout chase when they get to a certain point of I know these people.
hmm
You know what I mean? So people don't want to build community. Let me put it that way. People don't want to build community. They want to build a group of people that they can poach off of, or they can say that they know without doing anything. They just know these people, thinking that it makes them more important than you because you don't know this person.
I agree with that. I agree with that. I think it boils down to though, Ray, is people again. I don't know if they're afraid these days because it's changed. Uh, 20 years ago, the way people had friendships and the way they do things, everything is so impersonal now because a lot of people, they always say, let me say this, they always say nobody supports you like a social media friend you never met. They don't get an opportunity to really sit down with anybody and just, bond with them and have real conversations. They're having, what do you used to call it? Um, you didn't call it clickbait, but they have these finger popping relationships where people
You
become
can't
friends
call
and
it a
what.
finger popping relationship. You can't do that.
Oh yeah, I guess not.
You can't
But
you can't you can't call it that.
they have these click bait relationships, where everybody agrees or likes a certain post, and then they see each other on these different types of posts all the time, and now we're all friends, but we really don't know each other. You know, People, you always hear me say when we talk in the lounge, for y'all that don't realize, me and Ray really know each other. We spend time with each other. We spend time with each other's families. We are together. We are not just social media. When Ray comes to Dallas, I can only think of one time since we've been friends that he's not stayed here in my home, you know, and because we weren't home,
That was because
but
y'all wasn't there.
we weren't here. We were out of the country. And so, he wasn't going to come over here and stay with Chopper. And we wasn't within 20 miles of the house.
Yeah,
He wasn't going to.
Chopper wasn't gonna tear my face off.
But we
Grady
have a
Sheldon, what up?
What's up, Grady? We have a true relationship. I think the way relationships are formed today, that's that's something that is lacking. People don't really work to have true relationships and get to know each other, and I think it affects them.
I
I
think
think it makes it easier for them to look at their thing and go, I got 30,000 followers, and they start to feel like, hey, I got 30,000 followers. That means you got 20,997 motherfuckers that you don't even really know. I mean,
right.
being honest, you really have a bunch of people that you really don't know. What's going on, Jennifer? You really have a bunch of people that you don't know. So
Yeah, man. I think when you look at the fact that you said nobody supports you like a social media stranger. It's crazy because it's so true. People who you think would be rooting from you from day one, be your first customers, when you start a business, family and friends, all of that, they disappear.
I was just about to say, you got
You
they
just
come to
started
your
your
house
little
and say,
business.
ever since you got your little business going, doing your thing, you don't know nobody. No, bitch, I'm busy.
Or they
No, bitch,
say,
I'm
I
busy.
see you, I see you doing your
I
thing.
see
Well,
what your
you
little
ain't bought
business,
nothing. You
yeah,
ain't bought nothing.
you know. But then when your star's on the rise, I haven't experienced it. that I know of. But when you started to do what when they think you're doing better than what they thought you was gonna do, then they start talking about you.
Yeah,
And
people
they
put
know
you in
you
a
the
box.
most, and they start saying all the shit that ain't true.
People put you in a box, and if
Mhm.
you start to outgrow that box, that becomes a problem. People don't want you to outgrow that box. World class, what's happening?
What's up, Jeff? You know, my,
What
my,
up?
my uncle used to
What
say,
up?
man,
What up,
people
fellas?
want you to be better. They just don't want you to be better than them.
Right.
What's up, Jeff?
Man, chilling on it, man. Chilling on it. Finished my last couple of heads for the day, man. Smoking me a good old cigar. I saw the notification, man. I thought I'd jump on with the fellas. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
Hey, what
hey,
was all
no,
that?
look, hey, boy, feeling good, man. I'm feeling good, man. Hey,
Yeah.
I'm feeling good, man. You gotta give them a little, you gotta give them a little bottle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You
Hey,
got to put a little with it.
a little, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I really wanted to get on so I can get on you, Chevalier, for forgetting
Uh-oh.
my date.
I didn't forget it.
I thought we were supposed to do two, yes, last
We
two.
were. We
Yeah,
were.
yeah,
So
yeah. Okay, so
now
let me
I'm
get
gonna
with.
tell you why. I didn't forget. No, I didn't forget. I
Nah,
fell asleep. I fell asleep.
okay.
Look, yeah, I started this new job, man, and so all this
Oh yeah,
week
you
and
did.
some
Yeah,
of
you did.
last week, I've been going in at 2 a.m. and working till 2 and 3 p.m. every day.
Ooh-wee.
And so, man, this week, like, man, all this week I've been trying to catch up, and then, I got all these humidors I got to do, and
Mm.
I've been running behind, but I didn't forget.
No, it's
I
all
thought
good.
about you when I rode past your crib
You
today.
normally
I was
forget
over in
stuff.
your neighborhood,
You
and
normally forget, so I ain't mad at him for thinking that.
yeah, I ain't mad at him for thinking it either. But I
Nah,
was
but
gonna
it's
call you and apologize. We gonna fix it.
it's all good. We gonna fix it today.
Yeah, right on.
We gonna fix it today. We gonna fix it
Yes, we
right
will.
now. Yeah, no, we good. I'm here, baby. It's
All
all
right,
good.
man.
It's all
Yeah.
good.
My
Yeah.
apologies for that. Now y'all see
Nah,
how we did that? That's how men do shit.
that's how we ain't do it.
Non-toxic men. See, ain't nothing
I
toxic
knew,
about us having
I
that kind
knew
of
you was
conversation.
finna.
You know
I
I
knew
was
you
about to
was
go
finna
there.
go there.
You know I
Anyway,
was about to go there. Hey,
anyway,
Jeff. So last week's show, they called us toxic. Somebody called us toxic for they didn't agree with our
Was it
views
was
last week.
was it was it a female that said it?
Yeah,
I
Of
think
course,
yeah,
so.
of
I don't
course.
know.
yeah. I don't know.
But you
I
say you
hope
don't
she
know.
was.
Yeah, I hope it was
You
a female. I hope it
the
wasn't no
the
man.
keystrokes was indicating female, but we don't know.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
don't know.
Well, if hey, look, if it was a female, that's normal. If it wasn't a female, shame on him. Yeah,
Yeah,
So look,
yes.
Chevalier, we got a comment from Oshi Rose. She says, to be honest, I feel that if you're building a relationship with someone, there should be a purpose. If we can't gain from each other in some way, the relationship can't grow.
Oh, I like that.
I get that. I get that, and I know what that's based on. But saying it that way and saying if you can't do nothing for me, we can't be friends. That's two different things to me.
Well, right, right. So
Yeah,
so like if the sole purpose of you building the friendship, if the sole purpose of me being Jeff's friend is because Jeff got astute gentleman, and I want to be able to tell people that I know Jeff in hopes that somebody else does something for me because I know Jeff. If
that's
I want to
bullshit.
monetize off of the fact that I know Jeff, that's the problem. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Agreed.
That's the
ulterior
problem.
motives.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Ulterior,
yeah.
Exactly. Now, yes, building a relationship with someone, there should be a purpose. The purpose is for me, the purpose is to build a relationship. You know,
so here's a question. Here's a question. As far as the people that what do the people that's making those comments, what do they think about being I don't want to use the word equally yoked. I want to use the it's another word. I'm drawing a blank right now. But being on the same page, let's say that, but being on the same page. Be, so because I believe that if 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 we're both on the same page, then I have nothing to learn from you. or you have nothing to learn from me. We shouldn't be that on the same level because somebody should be pulling somebody up.
Well, yes. Yeah, I agree
Yeah.
100% with that. I agree 100% with that. You know,
Compatible was the word I was looking for.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
I agree 100% with that, but I'm in it for the relationship of I know Jeff because I know Jeff. Can Jeff give me some nuggets? Yes. Can Jeff teach me some things? Yes.
We
But
all
I'm in
every,
it to know Jeff. I'm
yeah.
not in it to say I know Jeff. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? I'm not,
Right.
that's not the purpose of the relationship is not for me to gain anything outside of gaining this relationship with Jeff,
Yeah.
building this relationship with Jeff, gaining knowledge and wisdom. You know what I'm saying? And things
Right.
that
People
I
people
don't
like the
know.
name drop.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So if I the purpose is not to go out. Since he's smoking, said clout chasing. Exactly. The
Yeah.
purpose is not for
That's
me
what
to
it
be
is.
like, oh yeah, man, I know Jeff over at Astute Gentleman, man. Yeah, yeah, I know Jeff over there. So you can go on ahead and give me 20 cigars for free because I know Jeff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I tell people all the time, my name ain't no damn coupon.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, I ain't no
It,
coupon.
also, the fact that I know Jeff or I know somebody who might be a multi-millionaire, that don't make me a
A
multi-millionaire.
multi-million.
Multi-millionaire. Yeah.
What up, Cody?
What's up? What's up, boys?
Hey, what's up, big
What's
dog?
up, Cody?
Good
What's
to
up?
see
What's
you
up?
back. Good to see you back.
You too, man. What's going on, guys?
Nothing
All
much,
right,
Chilling,
man.
man.
right?
Just talking about network.
There you go. What are you guys smoking on?
Right now, I'm smoking the Christoph Maduro. Not a sponsor.
Nice.
I am smoking the Pilar Maduro, uh, courtesy of El Jefe Cigar Lab.
Nice. I'm
I am
smoking. I'm smoking the El Ministro by Miguel.
Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor.
I am smoking
Great smoke though.
uh,
This is a new
I'm
stick.
smoking a test cigar from the Placencia farm. So I'm checking this one out. A little tester they sent me. Might be getting a cigar made by Placencia.
Very
Oh well,
nice.
that's
Very
what's up.
nice.
That's
Awesome,
what's
man.
up. That's
You
what's
Congrats.
up.
know, hey man, I'm gonna take a second to do this real quick because Jeff says that.
Uh
I
oh,
had the pleasure
you about to
of
cry.
being over a couple weeks ago at Astute for a bourbon tasting, and
Mm-hmm.
uh, and uh, and I was smoking an Echelon cigar. I posted it on top of a Astute glass, right, and had the bourbon in there, smoking an Echelon cigar. All I want to tell y'all is this: I ain't gonna drop no nuggets. What I'm saying, there's big things coming out of the house
Go
of
ahead,
Astute.
dog. Go ahead.
Great.
Go
There's
ahead.
big things. There's big things coming out of that. I'm gonna call it the house of Astute because it won't be just about cigars. It won't be just about haircuts. It's gonna be about spirits. It's gonna be about great smoke. It's gonna
Mm-hmm.
be about camaraderie. A lot of things are coming together over there in Farmers Branch, Texas, uh, to bring a new vibe to Dallas. So I'm glad to say, and maybe I don't know if it's gonna up my net worth or anything, but I'm glad to say I know Jeff from a student
Now
Carlisle's bottle
say it.
shop.
Now check your bank account, see if it went up.
I don't think it
No,
did. I don't think it
no.
did, but
So
it might.
we got
It
some
might
good
in the
It
near
comments
might
in
future.
here.
though.
We
It
got some
might
good
in the near
comments in
future.
here.
Oh yeah,
So
hit that next one.
Oshi Rose says in a relationship, we should be able to build each other. Not that I'm trying to use your status to gain notoriety, but I'm willing to support you in your endeavors the same you will support me.
I get
And
that.
I agree
I
I
with
like
get
that.
that.
that. I agree
That's
with that.
that's I agree with
That's a
that.
great characterization of what we're talking about.
Carolina Blue Cigar says friendships aren't based off expectations. Everyone doesn't have a seat at your friendship table, and you may not have a seat at theirs.
Ooh, I
Ooh,
like that.
yes, sir.
Yeah. That's what's called real talk.
I love quotes.
Yeah,
That's
man.
that's that's real talk right
That's
there,
one of the
Chris.
things, man. So in a relationship, we definitely should, a friendship relationship, we definitely should build each other. I 100% agree with that. You know, what's going on, EB? So
EB in the building.
yeah, what was you doing?
Look it. She
You can't
sure
see where
is.
she's at. Yeah.
Yeah, now I can. Now I can. It just
Put
hit
your
my screen over here.
put your bifocals on.
Well, I got some. I got some yellow ones.
Them not bifocals. Go get your readers. Go get your readers and put them on so you can see the comments.
Now you got to do them like this to get them where you need. Hey, I see EB over there
Oh, you
now.
can
Hey,
see
girl.
now you can see. Now
Hey,
you can
EB.
see.
Hey, girl. How you doing, EB?
So
Nah,
not
What's up,
everybody,
What's up, sis?
not everybody you come in contact with will have a seat at your table, at your friendship
No,
table.
no, sir.
You know,
nor
you
do they
gotta be
deserve to. I think it's
exactly.
important to put that out there that they don't deserve to. You have to earn friendships, man. And that's kind of what I was talking about earlier about how with social media has has made it so superficial. You know,
Yep.
like they say, nobody supports you like a social media friend you never met.
Right.
Exactly.
You know, yeah.
Absolutely.
Then when you meet them, you don't like them
Right.
in some cases.
They put quotes and stuff all over the internet, and you think that that's how they really think, and you meet them in person, and they don't think like that at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
No, no.
yeah, that's true.
Yep.
I only know one that say exactly what he feel. I can only trust that one. This guy. But if I'm on there giving you the thoughts of a classic man and I'm saying fuck it at 4 o'clock in the morning, I
Stick
mean
God,
exactly that.
Stick
Yeah.
God travels. What's going on? Thank you for
What's
joining.
up, Stick God?
Stick of God, Travis, what's up, buddy?
Yeah, I mean exactly what I'm saying in the morning. But those are my personal thoughts that I decide to share. I'm not doing it for the clickbait or to get
Right.
somebody to. Hey, I'm just telling you how I feel. You know.
Exactly, exactly. I
Yeah.
am Jennifer says just recycling material. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, just
Exactly.
Hmm.
recycling material and posting for the purpose of likes and shares and
Exactly.
and all of
Like a
that.
lot, like a lot of times, when I post stuff, I post different quotes, but that quote is like kind of what I'm feeling. You know what I mean? Like that quote hit me into my heart, so then I can reshare it. What's bothering me? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like
But
it's
Yeah,
really
we
like that.
I'm
Not
not,
that.
it's
We're
not
not
my
talking
quote,
about that.
but it's really it's just putting it out there that what I'm feeling for the day. You know?
Yeah, but that's not all. That's not all you post. We see your dancing videos and
Um.
all of your
Oh
cigar
yeah.
videos
Yeah,
and
I
all of
know.
that.
Damn,
And
damn
I'm
Disco, New
it's those
Jersey.
people who it's the people who all they post is motivational quotes,
Right.
inspirational quotes,
right.
and then you meet them in person, and
There ain't nothing motivational,
and ain't nothing
inspirational.
Right.
motivational or inspirational about them.
Right. Right.
They ain't inspiring nothing.
They
They,
ain't inspiring nothing but for you to tell them get out my face.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
There is a lot of people I've seen people like that. They think it's not who really truly they are, you know. And then like you meet them and they're like really like horrible person, you know.
yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
But
know.
I
I called Facebook on my podcast. I called Facebook cosmetic. So if you understand the word cosmetic is putting is making a ugly thing pretty. That's my definition. That's my
Hmm.
definition of
yeah.
cosmetic.
Yeah.
And if you look at social media, everything is pretty. Everything pretty. The only thing bad on social media you see most time is when somebody is dead or has passed away or is in the hospital.
Right.
But
Right.
everything is pretty on social media.
Yeah,
Right.
And you,
people want to put the best of life on there,
yeah,
which is fine, but you have to understand that everybody is posting the best of life.
yeah,
There
yeah,
are
Right.
very few people who will post just regular stuff.
regular stuff. Yeah,
Some people post the best of life, and then they got people that's the polar opposite, and they get on social media and go live and cry
yeah, yeah,
about how they so upset.
yeah. Right.
You not that upset if you had the ability, you had the thought to stop, get your phone, go to
Let me put this on
Instagram,
social media.
hit live,
Pull it up
and start crying.
and
Yeah,
then
because you're
start
looking
crying.
for well, they
You
they
know,
they did they looking for sympathy.
Right.
They looking for sympathy and want their likes to go up. They want to use. I'm not using my everyday life situations, whether they are bad or good, to get likes. So Facebook and Instagram and YouTube to pay me.
exactly.
I'm not
Right.
doing that.
Right.
I'm not doing that.
No,
Exactly,
you
exactly.
should
I
supposed to
mean,
do it for the people, and so the other people can have what it feels like to being again to being hard, to being bullied. You know, you're supposed to go out there and show your story, your true story, to help others. You know, that's what
yeah.
you're not supposed to do it for money. You're not really supposed to do it for clout, following. You know, you're supposed to be there
Hmm.
for the people. The
Yeah,
people
tell
want to
that
know the truth.
testimony so people can see.
Yep.
Right.
People can use that to get through it. You
And
know.
that's how when you think back, Ray, that's how we started. You know, you and I was sharing my thoughts, and I remember our first conversation about it. I told you that was my way of journaling. It really didn't have anything with social to do with social media, but COVID kind of moved me into that space when
Hmm.
I started
Right.
doing that, and it was my way of journaling and trying to give an example of what vulnerability looks like in a man. If you
Right.
remember that, like to see us be truly vulnerable without fear of of um, of judgment. You know, that
Right.
was what it was about. And it was my way of getting up at 4 o'clock and saying thoughts of a classic man. Today, I feel less than what I should feel like, or today, fuck the world, or
Right.
today, you know, I learned yesterday, or I did this, that, everybody that's laughing with you ain't clapping for you. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
The
Right.
different things that I learned. And so that I think when you look at it that way, for me, it's a way of journaling.
Right.
Some days now I wake up and I'm totally blank because I don't feel anything. Some of the challenges and the things that I've been through, I've ascended past those things, and now they don't bother me as much.
Yeah.
But
Like,
but
but same here. Like, you know, like what really truly helped me was all you guys. You know, and if you saw like when beginning when I started the whole social media and influencing thing and stuff, I started. I was shy. You know, you all know me. I was like super
yeah,
shy.
we
I didn't know
remember.
how to talk properly. I was very scared. I didn't know how to really truly be me. You know, and the whole time, my whole life, I was so scared of like me coming out as my own authentic, authentic, being authentic. And
Hmm.
so many people shut me down in my life, like, "Oh, Cody, you're stupid. Oh, Cody, you don't talk, or we don't want to hear you," or or a bunch of other stuff. So I always in my life, I always kind of been quiet and didn't really couldn't show how my being authentic was, and what social media was. It really truly helped me out. I mean, you
Cody,
guys
first
saved
thing
me.
I want you to do is get this word. Authenticity.
Authenticity.
Yeah, I can't say that. Can you say
Authenticity.
that?
I want you to get
Ah,
this word because you're not going to
hey,
keep being defeated by this word and then say being
yeah.
authentic.
Do,
Go on
do
and
you
say
know that word?
authenticity.
That word
Yeah,
kicks
authenticity.
your
I
ass
can't say
every
that.
week.
That
It
word
kicks your ass every week when you
every
trying to
week.
say it.
When you say
Every
it,
week.
Authenticity.
we gonna get you to get this word.
Yeah, I know. I
Authenticity.
can't say it.
Come on,
Do it
authenticity.
one more time. One more time.
Authenticity. Say it.
Authen
You made it
authen
to the third syllable.
now we gonna get this. Authen.
Authenticity.
There we go.
Oh,
There we
Get
do it
go.
one more time
damn.
for those that didn't hear you in the back. But no, man.
Y'all got him panicking. Y'all got him panicking.
I gotta practice that.
He's
No, but
panicking.
I mean, as you
Yeah,
when
we
you
gonna
relate
get
this
that.
back to our topic, though, when you relate this back to our topic, when we talk about net worth, man, and it goes back to what I said earlier in the show. Your worth. I know for me, my net worth is based on what I can contribute, man. How
Right.
can I help inspire or motivate or support somebody else? It's not about for me, nothing wrong. I agree with Oshi Rose, there's nothing wrong with that. But for me, I find I find peace of mind. I find pleasure in being able to do something to help somebody move to the next level, whatever that is. It may be being able to be more vulnerable as a man. It may be for a woman being able to speak her mind without fear of retaliation, whatever that is, whatever it looks like for the individual. Whatever I'm doing, I just want it to be a blessing to somebody else. And I think that's when you look at it like that, that's how I define my net worth. It's not about my money because I ain't got no money.
Right.
It's
Being
about
Well,
being authentic gains you
being
friends.
authentic. Don't do that,
You can
Ray.
you gain friends by being authentic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't. That's why. I mean, you also gain enemies. You also get enemies.
You do gain those.
Yeah, you do gain
Boy,
those. You know,
the
but those
sad
people.
thing about that, it be those people that be smiling at you and you don't even realize they want to be your enemy.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
You know,
yeah,
you don't realize that you even earn an enemy thought or adversarial thought from these people because you really
yeah,
don't damn know
yeah,
Right.
yeah,
them. Yeah.
That's
yeah.
why I love my dog. My dog is my everything, man. Don't make fun
He's
of
like,
me.
he gonna love you
Loves
no
me who
matter
I
what.
am.
No
He
matter
gonna love you
what.
no matter what.
He
Yeah,
gonna
Hey,
he
it's
gonna
my
be his
dog.
authentic self.
oh
He
yeah,
yeah.
Carolina Blue said something interesting. 30 seconds of fame. Most people want that validation.
Yep, yep. And
That's real
Listen,
talk.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
listen.
yeah. Who?
Relating that to social media. You remember when getting that blue check meant that you made it. You made it. It meant something. Now
Right.
all you got to do is pay. Everybody can have a blue check.
Mm-hmm.
I
yeah,
wish I
That
would.
that
I wish
speaks
I
to,
would pay for that.
but that speaks to a lot of things that people put on a pedestal. It's not as great as you think it is.
Yeah.
You
no,
know, ha- having that 30 seconds of fame,
Right.
it ain't as great as you think it is
Oh.
because
It's a lot of work.
if you ain't got nothing to back it up with,
No.
that's all you got.
Yeah.
Right.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do 2 minutes later? You know
Yeah.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
What you gonna do
You was good in
45
the
seconds
first
later?
30 seconds. When it ain't really you,
Right.
the true testament to that statement, if it's really you, you ain't
Yep.
gonna struggle 2 minutes later.
Yep.
yeah,
And
yeah.
Whatever you
and
putting out there is really you. You
Well,
yep.
if it's
there's no
really you, it
struggle
ain't
for
gonna
you.
be 30 seconds.
No,
And also too,
it's a lifetime.
when you know that you're famous and when you know like you're like some well-known person, it honestly, and that's why I don't want to be known for like that. You know, I want to be known for me, due to because a lot of famous people, it changes them. Like money changes you,
Yeah, you see what's
and
happening
and
now.
and it changes
Look
your
at Ray.
personality, and it
Money
starts.
bring out something that's already in you.
Yeah,
Look
I'm
at
gonna
and
Ray.
say that.
Look at
it's
I'm
Ray.
gonna
within
say
you.
Look,
that.
I tell you what, no matter what y'all say, no matter how famous Ray gets, he don't change. I can test to that.
Ray not famous. I done
Ray
told
is
you.
famous.
See,
Ray, we love you, bro.
he wanna keep bringing that. He wanna keep going to that.
No,
But I'm
because
just gonna
you hit
say
me. No, no, you hit me with that at
all
the
I'm
beginning
gonna
of the
say
show.
is all I'm gonna say is people know me as the fat dude that's on the show with you. That's how people know me.
That's not true. That is absolutely not true. Mimi Von Swag. We are
Jeff,
hey,
talking about
what
Jeff,
we're
that what
talking
they say,
about net
Ray?
worth.
Jeff, look, Jeff,
That what they say,
he'll
Ray?
walk up, he'll introduce me to somebody. He be like, "Oh, this, yeah, what's going on? Hey,
Oh, you the
have you
big
met
dude.
Ray? You know Ray?" And they go, "No." And he go, "Oh yeah, he do the show with me, the lounge with me on Thursday nights." And they go,
Oh, the big dude.
oh yeah, oh, the fat one."
That is absolutely not true. I wish y'all stopped saying that. That is not
I
true.
had to take I had to take the dog out.
I'm telling you that it happens. You've seen it happen. You can pretend it don't. And
But that
I don't
happens
want
to
to be
me.
famous.
That happens to me when we was in New Orleans. When we
No,
was
it
in New
don't.
Orleans,
No, it didn't.
man, yeah, it did.
We was in New Orleans. We was in New Orleans at Mayan Import Company, and it still happened. People walk right past me. I give them the VIP box. They say, "Thank you, big bro," and turn around, Chevalier.
The reason
And then
they
he
were
go,
saying the reason
and
they
look,
were saying
and then he go,
Chevalier because they
I don't want to hear
I
that.
thought why you in New Orleans?
I don't
I
want to
didn't
hear
know
that.
you was from New Orleans.
They go, Chevalier. And then he go, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, I do they say, man, I love your show. And he say, which one? You know the one where you and
I
that
Oh,
didn't
other
that
say
dude
dude.
be talking?
I did not say which one. I did not say which one. I never do
And
that. That's not true.
they be like, yeah, the one with you and that other dude, the fat one.
Nobody has ever said that.
Yeah, Lauren, that's what they do to me. That's what they do to me.
Lauren, they do. Lauren, they do not.
I handed them their VIP box, and they looked me in my face and said, thank you, big bro. And go and talk to Chevalier. And then he say, yeah, I do the show with Ray. And they look at me like they ain't never seen me before and go, oh, okay. And turn right back around and go talking to him.
So
They
let's
do.
get
You
back
know
on
they
the
did.
let's
They
get
did
back
the
on the
same
topic
thing
Oh
of
with.
yeah,
network.
now let's get
Let's
back.
get back on the topic of network. That's
They
not
do
true.
the. Hey,
That's not
hey,
true.
Ray. They did the same thing with Run DMC. Yeah, so don't trip. They ain't care nothing
Hmm.
about DMC. They always wanted to talk to Run.
Right. That's how it is. That's how it
So
is.
y'all trying to say I'm wrong?
Yep.
You run, and I ain't even DMC. I'm the DJ in the back. Don't
You
nobody know.
Jam Master J. Jam
Hey,
Master J.
He
Not
Jam
Jam
Master
Master
that's a
Jay.
good
J,
one.
not Jam Master J, his
Jam
backup.
Master
So
Jay.
if he ever didn't
Oh
show up,
God.
I'm the other one in their mind.
Last memory say so they thought you was security.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's not true. I disagree
At
with all of
Dallas
that.
Smoke Fest, we walked up to DL Hughley, and they looked at Ewell, and then looked at me, and was like, "Man, your security dress kind of nice today."
That's not what they said.
Man,
What DL said, what he
I'm
said
telling you.
was,
I'm
he
telling you.
said, you was talking to him and he looked at me and said, yo, he rolling with you? Is he lying? Do he lie a
Exactly.
lot? He said, do he lie a lot? And I said,
The
yeah.
first thing you said, is he rolling
Yeah,
with you? The first thing he said was, "Is he rolling with you?" I'm always I'm Robin. You Batman.
I disagree. I
People
disagree.
people
I
follow
disagree.
me looking for you.
That is
when
not
you
true.
when you make me
Hey,
a collaborator on one of your thoughts of the classic man, when your face is in the camera like this, I get 6 followers. I post something else, they all unfollow me.
that's not true.
They think they following you. They all unfollow me and be like, "Oh, I don't want to see him."
That's not true, man. That is not true, man. Look.
I'm
Me and
telling
you,
that's true.
me and
The
you are
data
one unit.
shows.
We are one unit
The
moving
data shows
together.
that.
to say you. Well, yeah. Ray is the tire.
Yeah, yeah. I'm the
Yeah,
tire. We
What?
rolling,
Ray.
but
We rolling.
I'm the
You the
rear
tire.
passenger tire, the one that always get a flat.
That's funny.
Say, man, last memory says no, Ray. You were looking like premier security that night.
Exactly. See. Even
That's what
she
last
said it.
memory said.
Even she said it, and she know me. So
Well, she
what
didn't
you
know your
think
name was
DL said?
Raymond. She didn't know your name was Raymond until she
She
had a couple of them brambles in my
she did,
kitchen.
she did not know my name was Raymond.
Who's Raymond? Who's
She was
Raymond?
she was lit.
She was lit, boy. Bit over on the table. Who's Raymond? She fell right back down.
So
Fell right back out.
Oshi Rose said, when you focus on building in a space you love, like the love of the leaf, regardless of it being through social media, you will find your network and family.
Yep.
That's
True. I
definitely true.
love that. That's a
It's
fact.
definitely
Yeah.
true.
That's a
That's a
Right
fact.
fact.
there.
Yes,
That
ma'am.
right there.
I love that.
That's a fact. I love that
That's
one.
Absolutely.
definitely true. Because in definitely in this community,
We
there
need
are,
about 20 of her. We need about
yeah.
20 of her, 20 more of her in Dallas.
You know what? But you better say it twice. You better say it
I'm
twice.
telling
We
you,
sure do.
hey, we need
Ocean
like
Roll
20.
need to roll to Dallas and
We
spread
need
some of that,
so for real,
knowledge around around the D,
yeah.
around the
They
city of
need more of
Dallas.
that Chevalier unity.
Yeah, that would be nice, man. That would be nice. The funny thing, just like people were calling us toxic last week, Ray, for sharing our views. I've been told a lot of things about the Chevalier Unity. I don't. You guys have to tell me. I like to go in there and reshare people's stuff. If it look good and it sounds positive, I reshare it. I ain't got to know them because they moving in the culture just the same way I'm moving in this community. And man, believe it or not, I've been criticized for that, for doing that, for sharing
What?
other people's stuff. I've been criticized. I get stuff in my inbox. What? Why does it got to be called Chevalier Unity? Because it's my unity and I like it. So
Right.
it's Chevalier Unity. That's what I
Right.
decided to call it.
Hey, but see,
But whatever
yeah,
it is meant from the heart to support people and whatever they got going on without expectation, reciprocal expectation. The same thing we talked about earlier. I
Oshiro
don't
says,
see
is
what.
that an invite
Yeah, I guess. No, what invite to what?
to Dallas?
Yeah, you always invited to Dallas.
she just got
We got
invited.
look, we got you invited to Dallas. We got great lounges here. We got Astute Gentleman. We got Blowing Smoke. We got El Jefe Cigar Lounge. We got great lounges here. Great places for people to come and and experience a
Movers
great
and shakers will always
day in
be.
the name of the cigar community. So yes, that is an invite, Oshiro.
EB says movers and shakers will always be criticized,
all the
and then
time.
she called you buddy.
Yes,
But
that's what she calls him.
So
Yes, buddy.
most definitely, man, people don't want you to get higher than them. People don't
Right.
like that you figure something out before they figure something out.
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what though, Ray? What's interesting is it that you figured it out? Because I know I haven't figured out a damn thing, but what I've done is try to be consistent and being positive in my post.
Right.
I try to be consistent. I haven't figured out a damn thing because all I'm sharing is what I'm thinking in the morning. Sometimes this shit don't even make sense to me, but when I write it down, it was what I was thinking.
Well,
You
Mhm.
know,
I was
when I
about to say that
say
same thing.
well, well, when I say figure something out, what I mean is, so you start. Let's say you start thoughts of a classic man. You decide I'm going to start doing this every morning. Thoughts of a classic man, and somebody sees it, sees the traction, and goes, "Oh man, I'm gonna start doing something like that too." So then they give it a slightly different name and do
thoughts
the same post.
thoughts of a happy guy, something like that.
There's when I started doing my herformations, I started doing them as a video,
Yeah,
and then I switched to doing this something else because I got tired of talking for a minute. And now I'm back to doing videos. And you
it's
remember
amazing.
when I started doing them and they gained some traction, there was this guy who disappeared off of social media. He started doing the exact same thing.
I know
Mhm.
who you're talking about.
When I
I know
when
who
I
you're talking
when I
about.
used to when I used to do
Yeah.
them and I used to pop up from all kind of different places coming out the back of the car and everything, he started
Mm-hmm.
doing the exact same thing.
How you doing, Ray? Hey, yo, you are better than you've ever been because you've never been as bad as you were before. Let's work.
What?
That's how you
I
used to say it. You
I
would
ain't
say something like
never
that.
said nothing.
You would say it like that, though. You are better than you've ever been because you've never been as bad as you were before. Let's work. And then you go back out the frame. I thought that was the coolest shit. You remember the one you did in my garage when you came to stay that week?
Yeah,
When you and your wife came to stay? That was
that was a
dope.
classic. That was a
Yeah,
classic.
that was real classic, man. I still got that. I still got that. I downloaded it and kept it. I thought that was
We're gonna have
fly.
to do more like that because that was nice. But it but then there are people who, when I started doing mine, there were people who said to you, and you told me,
Yeah,
uh, I can't tell you and him apart.
Huh?
yeah,
Y'all doing the
yeah.
same
They used
thing.
to say that. They used to say that.
Wow.
I used to tell Ray that all the time, and it would
You
piss
know,
me off. I would get offended. I would get offended because you can't call me and talk shit to me about what Ray doing. Like, don't compare us. We don't sit around and think up a game plan of what we doing. We two friends that have become like brothers that have found our own niche ways of doing things in the culture.
And
It
every
ain't
every
about us
now and then,
ganging up to come up with a plan to. It's not like that.
and when you friends like that, every now and then you might think alike.
Yeah,
You might say
exactly.
something similar,
yeah,
and hadn't even thought about it. You know, that's what the relationship again. That's what being different two different people coming together and building a relationship together. You can't be the same person. You can't be the same two people because you don't learn nothing from each other.
right.
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 So Carolina Blue said, so those aren't your friends and may not even be an associate. There is someone always there is someone who always envious of the things that you accomplish because they may have wanted to do it but aren't capable. If they actually do it, they don't do the work to maintain the growth and make it work.
Right.
Which,
That is so
is
true.
exactly what I was just talking about. The, if if that's something that if somebody else does something that you have thought about and they're making it work. For one, it don't mean that you can't do it. But two, for you to be upset that I've done it, and the fact that you haven't done it, that's the problem. In my mind.
They call that being a hater.
Yeah.
That's the definition of being a hater. And like he said, they're putting the work in, so they being consistent. Consistency is what builds growth. What stimulates growth is consistency. And if people see you all the time and they can resonate with your message, that's what builds growth. If you just go on there every day at the same time and take a picture with your hand up like this, it's gonna resonate with somebody because they see you every day. It's not about you saying the exact right thing. When you being vulnerable and being authentic, it's gonna resonate with people, and those people are your people. They become your tribe. Even if it's not as deep as a serious friendship or something where they're just following you, they become your tribe. And I think
Exactly.
some people, man, they take it to another level, man, and they take it so personal. They want to critique, man. And I if I talked about the get it off my chest thing on that segment this morning, but that's one of the things that I hate the most about what I'm doing. Don't take my thoughts and twist them into something that they're not. Just take them at face value for what they are. It's what I was thinking this morning, so I just wrote it. If it
Yeah.
resonates
Yeah.
with you, cool. If it doesn't, cool. But it's just my thoughts. It's just my thoughts. It's really just that simple. It's just Ray's thoughts on his information when he's sitting there going, "Hey, yo, this is your time. Don't squander it. You know,
Why
step
you
forward."
always giving?
Because whenever you do those,
Anyway,
whenever I see him, man, I'll be like, "He about to hit him. He about to hit him." Hey, yo. Because remember, you used to pop out from behind the car. You would step from
yeah,
behind the tree in front of your house. You come out like this. Hey, yo, you are the
it's.
best version of yourself when you accept yourself for who yourself really is.
I mean,
That's
they don't
work.
be like that, but
Yeah, I know. I'm not as poetic as you when it comes to that kind of thing. You do that thing, man, and
it's
I really like it.
blowing smoke says they're jealous, hater, or unhappy with themselves.
Exactly.
We're gonna let that resonate, and we're gonna
Oh
take
yeah.
a quick commercial break.
You got a book.
Right, yeah.
And I will make that focus stop for it gave me 2 feet. I can't smoke in the house, but I can smoke in the evening.
The fabric bow ties, the wooden bow tie. He was, I want to say, this stuff down. Because if you don't.
And that's why you the star of the show. That's why you the star of the show right there. Them damn
I'm
commercials that you
definitely
make,
not the star.
those commercials that you make, let me tell you something.
I love them.
Hey, he made one for me one time, and I tried to make one like it. I was just like, let Ray make them. Let Ray make them. I played it back, and it
Yeah,
didn't
he
look
does a good
nothing
job
like
on
I
it.
envisioned
You talking
to be.
about the public access one? At
Yeah.
chevalierlife.com.
Yeah. I sound like I was in an echo chamber. So I don't know what that was. I couldn't fix it either. So
Wait, how do you
you know,
how do you do those commercials? Is it like a special app or something that you like put
man,
It's
together?
he a certified producer, man.
it's creativity, man. I don't
like
just
that.
one thing. I don't just throw a bunch of clips in CapCut or something like
Right.
that, man.
Right.
I sit down with a software. I use Wondershare Filmora
Oh, okay.
right now. I'm trying to learn DaVinci Resolve, but that's
Right.
advanced.
That's cool.
I'm going through YouTube University on that right now. But
Nice.
so I use Wondershare Filmora. I go, but well, for that one, he sent me a video and some pictures, and I sat there and put it together.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, you do.
No,
I
what you did,
didn't play his. I didn't play his yet. Wait till
yeah,
because his is a newer one. I put a voiceover and stuff like that on it, but that one that was there.
But
OC Rose,
don't
OC
minimize it.
Rose, holla at me. I'm working on one. I'm about to shoot one for RMD accessories.
Nice.
So
Yeah,
then holla at me and we can talk about that because I'm definitely moving in my production direction now. So
Sweet.
he is the man when it comes to that, and he likes to minimize things. He told me send me a couple of videos. No, he was very particular. I want a video doing this. I had to go outside and go and set stuff up and make the videos the way he said make them, so he
Nice.
could go back and chop them all the hell up
Oh,
and make
that's
them look
awesome.
like something totally different. But
I
when
gotta
he
learn how
did
to.
that,
I gotta learn how to make videos a little bit better.
yeah,
I gotta.
Ray's amazing at that, man. He's amazing with that thing.
Ray, I need you, coach.
what you use?
I only use CapCut, honestly.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
I
you
mean,
you
I
can
only
do
do
a lot
CapCut,
with
and
CapCut.
I make my own videos. So what I do is I video it on my phone, and then after that, without the music and stuff, then I go and I flip the video, so then it shows the logo of like the stick, and then I go in and I go into CapCut, and then CapCut you're allowed to like cut your own certain video clips, and then I kind of do it that way.
Yeah,
But I want to get into like more involvement in it.
yeah, man. I'm slowly moving up to starting to try to film some short stories. I got some short stories that I want to do, but we gonna we gonna leave that for another show. This show not about me talking about stuff that I want to do.
No,
Yeah, because
absolutely.
Chevalier always
I was
talk.
about
He
to,
always
I
do
was
that.
about to start talking. I was about to start talking. I'm not
That's
gonna.
why. That's why I said that. We gonna change
We're
that.
gonna
We're
we're
gonna
gonna
change
take
that.
back. We're gonna go back. Right.
We're gonna get back, man. So one of the things that I look at when it comes to networking and building relationships and building friendships, man, is this word that Cody seems to have a problem with: authenticity. That's
Say
what
it
I
one more
look at,
time,
man.
Cody. Touch
Say
it real quick.
come on.
Ready?
Yeah,
Authenticity.
That was
that was
close.
good. That was
It was
close.
close. I'll
You
get
left
there.
one syllable out. You left one
Authenticity.
syllable out.
What
He
up,
getting better.
Kaiser?
Listen.
He getting better.
He
Say
getting
it.
Yeah.
better
Say
at
it.
it. We're gonna get you by the
What's
end
up,
of this
Kaiser?
show. You're gonna be saying it. By the
Say
end of
it
the
10
show, you're
times.
gonna be saying it.
Say it 10 times a day.
So that's one of the things that I look for in building relationships and friendships is authenticity. If you're one way in public and you're a whole nother way when I meet you, that's not what I want to deal with. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not looking for you to be able to do anything um, uh, monetarily for me or for you to be able to put me in a position. That's not a reason why I build the friendships that I build, is
Right.
because I know that you're connected to this person. So you can put me in a position to meet this person, and hopefully I can talk to this person about getting to that person and move around. Nothing wrong with strategic networking.
Right.
If that's the goal, then that's the goal.
That word friend, to me is like the word love.
Ah,
You
I
know,
live that.
friend is very, very deep.
Right.
You gotta have you gotta have trust
Mm-hmm.
and honesty and loyalty when you use the word friend.
Yeah.
You just can't say that's my friend and talk behind them about that person behind their back. You can't. There's no loyalty. That's just a dude that you talk to, a person that you talk to. You cool with him. You just don't because I got friends I don't like their ways, but I
Yeah.
tell them. I
Yeah.
tell them because
Yeah.
that's my friend. I'm able to tell them. But you don't. I don't talk about them behind their back. And if I do talk about them and they're not present in the atmosphere that I'm in the space that I'm in, I've said that to them in their face.
Yeah.
They're,
So
they're
it's
not
not
surprised by it. They're
yeah,
not
they're
taken
not
aback about
exactly
your views. They know where you
exactly
stand. You
yeah.
know.
So don't call me toxic because you can't handle what it is that I say. Just don't ask me for no advice.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
I
100%.
agree with that. I think one of the things that some people, man, are afraid of, they're afraid of that honesty.
Oh yeah.
Right.
They're afraid to be told because they feel like you questioning their loyalty when you're
Right.
honest and upfront with them like that.
Yeah.
They feel like you
Mhm.
attacking them. If somebody can't hear you tell them how you really feel about situations like that, that means they not genuine in the first damn place.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
I've always been the type of person, if I'm wrong, you know, I've always felt like, well, if I'm wrong, I can hear this. I can apologize right then. I don't need to try to get over my pride. Hey, I'm sorry that I didn't do this way. I I'm glad that
Okay,
you
man.
told me, and I'll fix it.
Right.
You know, I'll fix it. Give me some time. You know, I do the same shit all the time. So if it's bothering you, give me an opportunity to fix it. If you ever catch me doing that again, tell me about myself. I can hear
Right.
it.
Yeah.
Everybody can't do that.
Yeah.
Everybody can't do that.
Yeah. I'm always gonna tell people how they feel.
I
I
think
I, I don't
I
I
think the
don't
problem is that in this day and age, there's really no honesty anymore. There's no
yeah,
honesty.
it's
There's
not.
no respect anymore. There's no love. There's no compassion. I mean, it's just so rare anymore to even find the right proper people anymore.
One
I mean,
thing
everyone's just there for themselves.
one
Yeah.
thing I think is that a lot of people don't know what respect and disrespect actually is.
Right.
They think that if you call them out or if you tell them, uh, hey, you moving this way and this is what it looks like, or I don't really like the way that you're disrespectful. That that's not disrespectful.
That's
You know
called
what I'm saying?
constructive criticism.
But
That's
but
constructive criticism.
yeah, and I
How can
think
you
that
how can you
go ahead.
say that you how can you say that you're a friend of a person though and not tell them the truth?
You can't.
Or watch them set themselves up to fail
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
because you want to be cool. So you
Right.
watch them set themselves up to fail. That
Right.
comes from a lack of self-respect. I can't call myself your friend and then be scared to tell you that you're fucking up.
Right.
Yeah.
And you know, we talk like that here, so I know I'm cussing a little bit, but you if you can't be honest, man, and redirect somebody that you care about,
Right.
then
Yeah.
you know, and they can't receive it, then they not really your friend.
Yeah.
What y'all doing is wasting fucking time waiting to blow up on each other anyway. You're gonna
Hmm.
self destruct anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I'm gonna say something that you don't like, and you're gonna feel like you can't say that to me, and now we're gonna go back and forth.
Right.
You know, but you also have to understand that not everybody that you call a friend calls you a friend.
Cause you a friend.
Right.
Right. Right. Right.
So
Everybody
you
that's
might
laughing
think
with
that
you
you
ain't
can
clapping for you.
exactly, but you might think you can pull somebody coattails and tell them, hey man, your slip showing. They're not gonna take it
Hmm.
the right way.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you can't. I mean, when you tell a man that his slip showing, you're referring to him as a female.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But you know, some dudes some dudes ain't gonna be able to handle that.
Mm-mm.
You know, accordingly. I myself, friend or no friend, I never want to be referred to as a female or anything that I do related to female tendencies because I don't carry myself that way.
Right.
So if I just so happen to cuss you out, that ain't got nothing to do with being a female, nigga. You deserve to get cussed out,
Right.
you know. But so that's why I said that some people really get offended. I don't get offended by it. I just don't like it.
Right.
It doesn't because I'm not a female. I'm not a female, so I don't want to be referred to as one. And nothing
Well,
that I
well,
do,
no.
but
What I
some
mean by that is telling you, like if I can't as a friend, if I can't tell you,
yeah, no, I
hey
know what you
man,
mean. Hey, chill out.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, chill out, bro. You tripping.
if I
Yeah,
can't tell you that, or if I tell you that and you can't receive it, or you get upset about it, then the friendship is not reciprocal,
right, right, right.
and there's no need in us being
Being friends.
friends
Yeah, yeah,
anymore.
Right.
yeah, yeah. If you
Agreed.
can't, if you
Agreed.
can't, constructive criticism. Every person that has a friend that says that that's their friend, especially when you use put the word best in front of it.
Yeah,
If that's your
Hmm.
best friend and you can't tell your best friend, hey man, chill out.
Nice.
You
Look
know,
at that, man.
Oh snap! Oh snap!
I need
Do I see
Grady
an
one.
smoking.
epsilon in the building?
Grady, that's
No,
that is the
that's a
signature.
signature.
That's a
Damn.
signature.
That's a classic.
You, Ray, you don't
I
have
had
any, right?
one in my
That
humidor,
iPhone?
and since I'm on the job, I figure I'd chime in and I enjoy this one tonight. How's everybody?
all right, Doc, how
Doing
you
good,
doing?
We
man.
good.
Good
What's
to see you.
going on, Mimi?
What's up, Mimi?
Oh, we got a full panel today.
Look here, man, and it's good to see Mimi back because she ain't been feeling good. She's smiling and feeling a lot better.
Hold on. We're just getting the lung capacity back up. That's
She
what
got
we're
that
doing.
wine.
How you feel,
so
Mimi?
she feeling better.
I feel all right. If
Yeah,
I
I
if I
remember.
cough up a lung during the show,
Just push it back in there. Don't worry.
If you cough up a lung, I'll just take you off the screen so you can push it back, and then I'll bring you back.
Push it
thanks so
back.
much.
Yeah,
That's
we'll
what
do that.
friends
We'll do
are
that.
Push that back in.
for.
We'll make sure the world don't see your
That's
lung
mighty
fall out.
kind of you.
Right.
Funny
I
thing
really
is, I was just thinking we need a woman on here to give us her views on kind of what we're talking about. We getting it from a man's perspective, but you know, a lot of times women, when they're dealing with other women, that type of communication, you know, that type of honesty can go a
I
different way.
honestly don't know what we're talking about. So
Fill her in, Raymond.
Well, right now we're talking about reciprocal friendships. Right now, this is what we're talking about. You know, being able to correct your friend and they accepting it, or your friend being able to correct you and you accepting it. You know,
that's hard. That's one of those situations that you have to be ready to receive that information. I feel
Do you
like.
think? Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
What I was going to ask you, do you think you deal with a lot of men in the industry, of course?
Yeah.
You know, you have a lot of men. I don't mean any pun intended. You know a lot of men in the industry.
Right.
And so, do you think with the relationships with women, it's easier to communicate and hear constructive criticism from your peers that are women than it is for men to do the same thing with their peers? You know,
Yes, I do. I do
why?
sometimes.
Why do you think?
I can't speak to men because I'm not a man. I'll
Right.
use the example of at PCA this year. Cincy Smoking, everyone who doesn't know that, it's Sarah. She is now the new brand ambassador for Black Star Line Cigars. And that was the first time I met her in person. And the way that we just kind of clicked and just like worked together was just so seamless. And I'm not saying that's for everybody. Doesn't happen for everybody. But it was so much easier. Like we could just literally look at each other and be like, clock it, do what we got to do. It was easier to do that where, sometimes there's a lot of direction that we had to give to other people.
So you're saying that men need more direction as it relates to?
I'm not saying that.
I'm asking. I'm asking. I'm
he
asking.
always
I'm asking. I was just asking.
he always
Devil's advocate. I'm
find
just
a
asking.
way to get in there.
I'll say it this way. I think that I really think that it depends on the person.
Mhm.
Because I know, like, okay, for example, the last time I was on, you and Ray had a conversation, Chevalier, the three of us, and we had a really deep conversation. And it had nothing to do with, like, it was a situation that came out of respect from all three of us. And I don't think that's easy for everybody to have that kind of conversation with people.
Yeah.
But I also feel like the three of us are in a healing part of our lives right now, where we are going on a journey of our own, where we can receive that information. And whether we're talking to a therapist, whether that's something that we can unpack. Not everybody can do that right now.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I agree with that.
I agree with that.
The other big part of it is that the maturity of the individuals, and I probably missed it in the earlier part of the conversation, but it also takes the maturity of the individuals that you're talking to, that you're trying to give that encouragement or correction to, for them to be able to receive it. And I've, on this journey to get better and self-healing, to put people in their proper place, because not everybody is a friend and they need to be demoted to acquaintances. You once a friend, now you're an associate, now you're an acquaintance. Now I show you respect and keep it moving, because if I took the time because you called me a friend, I should be able to correct you, and vice versa.
Yeah,
And once I see that you can't accept that correction, man to man, and I see that it's more of an ego trip for
I
you,
agree,
that
Makisha.
I can't, since I can't change you, let me remove myself from the situation.
Well, right, because we're also at a situation where if we're not going to make the changes ourselves, we're not going to change.
Hmm.
Like
Right.
most of us are at the age where we're like, we're not. Hey, we're just. You know how some
We're
people
who
be
we
like, oh,
are.
that's just this person. That's just. But you don't have to accept who that person is. You can,
True.
like you
That
just said,
part.
you can remove yourself from that situation.
That's very true.
Yeah.
So it's
That's the
like,
easiest thing to do.
and the problem is like, it's hard to do that because if you're a person that really just loves people and really wants to repair that friendship, maybe that other person doesn't. And you're putting in all this hard work where that other person isn't putting in the hard work. Um, not just not just the friendship, but also for themselves. It's one of those
And
things,
Very
like
the
you
much.
just said, Grady. You have to you kind of some like we're at a portfolio place in our lives where we are. There's going to be less and less people in our circles.
Yes.
Right.
We're finding out who
Yeah.
people really are. We're finding out where our place in their lives are, and we have to. We're the selfish parts in our lives where we should be choosing our peace versus whatever the fuck peace they got. Hey, peace be with you, but I gotta protect my fucking peace.
Right.
But I
Right.
got to
Right.
piece
Right.
out on you.
Right, I got a
I got
piece
to
the fuck
piece
on
out
you.
on you.
Right,
I got to piece the
exactly.
fuck on.
right.
Yeah. In that order.
Like it's often said, if you want to increase your value, decrease your circle,
Yeah.
right?
Good
And
Lord.
you have to believe, if a person shows who you are, shows you who they are, believe it.
Right.
Pressure bust pipes every time, man. Like,
Every
you'll
single
see,
time.
yeah, you'll see people that are struggling or they really don't support you and they're working really hard to make it look like they are. They can't maintain that
No.
eventually because when you really look at it and you're honest, they really don't fucking like you.
Well, they're not being honest
So
with
they're
themselves.
around kind
If
of
they're
based
not
on
being
the
honest with
topic.
themselves, now they're gonna be honest with
Yeah,
you.
They don't have
they're,
any. They don't have any. Watch this word. Authenticity
Yeah.
behind
Whoa. He
Whatever
got
he
the
said.
thesaurus out today, y'all.
behind
Yeah.
behind that support. They don't have any.
Right.
Cody, give it to
Yeah.
us one time.
He
Authenticity.
said Webster's dictionary. Who?
Authenticity. I don't know. I can't. I suck at one.
You
No,
had it.
that's
You had it earlier.
you,
That's okay. We
you
gonna
had
try to
earlier.
Authenticity.
Slow it
analyze.
you
down.
There
slaughtered
you
that one,
go.
Cody. You slaughtered that one.
I
There you go.
know.
Slow
I'll
it
get
down.
there.
You got it. You
I'll get
got
it.
it.
I'll get it.
Got it.
Sound it
Yeah.
But
out.
they don't have any of that in their support of you, and their support of you is not to support you, is to show other people that they're supporting you.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And once
Right.
once it comes to them actually having to support you, they fold because
Right.
they don't really care about supporting you.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, it doesn't mean enough to them. It becomes a struggle to do it. It just becomes a struggle, and they usually reveal themselves in some kind of way. It'll be a little comment or a gesture. It'll be something in them that you can see that they're not really here for you. And for me, it's just easier to just bow out gracefully. If I'm not messing with you, I ain't messing
Oh,
with
absolutely.
you.
Like
Yep.
again, like we use a lot of people use the term friend so loosely,
Yes.
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
not. That's not what you that person is. It's really like an acquaintance or
Mm-hmm.
just a passer through. You know,
I
somebody
Pastor
like
know
through.
him.
Yeah.
I
right,
know him,
right. I
but we
might
ain't
know who you are,
friends.
but that doesn't mean that we're friends. That doesn't mean that we're like. But we also have to have the wherewithal to be able to departmentalize those people too.
So you talk about discernment. You
Sure.
know,
Listen,
we
I don't know who got the thesaurus out today, but the big words are real. Listen, listen. It sounds real intricated in here today.
I'm on my
So
biblical
that
tip this
public
week.
school
You know
system
what
is
I'm
kicking
saying?
in.
Right.
Hey,
Listen,
look,
a couple of
look.
y'all went to private school. I can tell.
For yeah. But it is important, to be able when you're. I feel like when you're moving and you're genuine in your actions, there's a certain level of discernment, a certain level of awareness that you have for people that are not genuine with you. When you're moving the right way and your heart's in the right place, it's gonna let you know, when
Well,
people are not
yes and
necessarily
no,
here.
because say you're just a good person all the way around. You want to see the good in everybody, but that's just not the truth. Not everybody
Yeah,
deserves that. So
I've had to learn it. I've had to learn it right here in the cigar community about
Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah.
people
big
that I
facts.
thought really wanted to support me or support me and Ray or support you know believed in what I was trying to do when really um I don't know how to say it, so I'm just gonna say it. Really wanted to capitalize on what they thought I had going on.
They wanted to ride
And
that
that's kind
wave.
of what Ray was talking about.
Yeah.
When we look at the relationship, is your network, you know,
But
does your network
there's a way to do
give
that with
value to your
uplifting everybody
network?
around you. It's just
Yeah.
Hmm.
having a simple conversation with that person. Like, hey, look, I'd like to support you. How can we work together where we're both elevating yourselves? If that's what you want, just be honest about it.
Yeah,
I
but that's
learned
the
that
thing.
real
A lot
quick.
of them don't, and when you don't do what they want you to do, then they talking about you. Well,
Yeah,
I
and
wasn't
then
so bad when you was trying to receive something from me, or you there was something that you thought I had,
yeah,
and I'll tell you, for me personally, it's been hurtful. I've
Yeah.
had to develop a thick skin, a much thicker skin for that in this last year or so
but
than
that's
what I
part
had in
of
the
it.
past.
That's part of growing
Yeah,
and
it's part
being.
of it. Yeah, it's part of the journey.
Yeah, I learned that real quick coming into the cigar industry 12 years ago,
There it is.
and
Mm-hmm.
it was one of those things. I mean, no sooner than I opened, well, not when I came into the building that I'm in now. I mean, they just started coming out like cockroaches, and I was like, and luckily, I listened to people.
Right.
I listened, and the first incident I had was a guy came in and said, "Hey man, I hear you over here doing big things, man. I got a magazine coming out. I got a magazine that I'm the editor for, and I want to put you in the magazine. And you'll
Okay.
be the first. You'll be the first barber and cigar lounge in the magazine. And all I need for you to do is give me $1,600."
What?
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
and so he kept coming by, but he wasn't giving me the thing I was asking him for.
Yeah.
Let me see the magazine.
Right.
Right.
That's what let me see the magazine. Let me see the magazine. Dudes coming by, they they uh butlers for driving Rolls Royces, and man, anytime you want to rent this, man, come on in. I mean, it was any and everything that was coming out of the woodworks. Females want to holler at you because they want to get discounts on cigars. It was crazy. I'm like, man, listen. I'm a businessman.
Right.
I'm not your friend. I'm a businessman. I'm not going to be your friend. I'm going to do business with you, and I'm going to do real business with you, or you could just go ahead and go away.
Right.
And guess what
Right.
That's
happened?
the hard part
That
about
part.
doing all that is
Yeah,
because even there's even been times where people will have reached out to my boss asking for something and then turn around, and if when he says no, turn around and ask me, who
yeah,
did you ask him? Because I'm
yeah,
not the person that makes the decisions.
yeah.
So why are you asking me? You think I'm going to give you the discount? No. Like, that's not how this works. And that's
No.
a very, like, if you really fuck with me the way you fuck with me, you're going to pay the full price. Period.
Right.
That's the thing.
Yes.
Don't ask for. I posted this. I posted this a long time ago. Probably one of the
Yeah.
first herformations that I've ever posted. I think it was the first. Support your friends the same way you support them celebrities that don't know you exist. You
Mm-hmm.
go and buy
That
the
was the
you
first.
buy
That was the
tickets
very first
to
information.
every
Yeah.
Beyonce concert. You buy tickets to all of these concerts. You pay full price for all of these tickets. You go buy Polo and
Right.
Ralph Lauren and
Yep.
Gucci and
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Balenciaga for full
Mhm.
price, but you won't come to me. Hey man, can I
Listen,
get a discount on?
this is a
Oh,
$10
Yeah.
bottle of
oh, you
wine.
got
It
you
still does
got
the same thing.
you got cigars, man? Yeah. What they go for? 13 a piece. Can I get them for 10? No.
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 This is my favorite question. say, man, I really like them humidors. Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you, man. It's a labor of love. What's my price?
Whatever you see on the website
Your
is your
price.
price.
What the website say? Because I always hit them like this. What the website say? Because I be forgetting sometimes. What the website say?
You know, I literally just had this conversation with one of my guys who rides, and he sells hot dogs, so he also sells the water.
Another trike rider.
No, he has a quad. He has a quad.
Oh,
He actually has a quad.
Okay.
Right, he has a quad.
Those are respected more than y'all, just so you know. Anyway,
right. He has a bigger teddy bear on the back of his, right?
That part. So
he
we was like, so can I?
Bumping Cool in the Gang, wiping it down.
Go ahead.
I know I should have left that part out.
Go ahead.
I know I should have left that part out. But we literally had this conversation about, well, can I get the water for such and such price? Well, first and foremost, no. I said, whenever I come to buy your hot dog or whatever you're selling, I don't ask you for a discount. I said, after I've been in business for so long now, I've learned that you have no idea what that person's been through or what they're going through to sustain that business. So when you see them selling their product and you see their price, either pay their price or walk away.
You can apply what you just said to friendships as well. You don't know what that person's going through either, but like, let's have a conversation.
Right.
Like,
it's like, it's not that I'm like, why? And I literally said, why would you do that to me? I don't do it to you. So that lets me know that you need to be downgraded from a friend to an associate.
Yeah.
So
and if you do it again, you're gonna become an acquaintance.
Exactly. So speaking on that, EB put in there earlier, I put people in 4 categories: friends, associates, assignments, and advisors.
Yep.
I like assignment.
I like assignments. I like that.
You've been assigned to kissing my ass. That's what you've been assigned
to. You're here for me to learn a lesson.
Exactly.
And whatever that lesson
for me to learn a lesson.
Once I learn that lesson, then our journey may end. I'll understand if our journey ends after I learn the lesson.
Yeah.
That part. Yeah. And you know, and Ray, to your point, Ray, I had to post on my page once. I said, it's amazing that black businesses want black business, but won't do business with black businesses.
Hey,
I'm like,
you never lie.
Make it make sense. Make it make sense. If what I'm doing and I can support you, I'm gonna pay your price because I know what you're going through to maintain a business.
Right.
I know what goes into it. So let me support you the best that I can, however I can.
Yep.
Right.
And you just look for that reciprocal. You know, there was a young lady here who was purchasing water who decided not to buy water anymore, then got into the business herself. And I'm like, huh. I said, so I actually met up with her. I said, so how's the water business going for you? Oh, it's so hard. I'm like, yeah, no. Oh, I just make it look easy. I make it look easy. Now you're understanding what I go through.
Like, you don't have the same hustle, the same work ethic. You don't have the same drive that I have to do this. You thought it was
more importantly, you don't have the same passion for it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You looked at it as a money grab.
Exactly.
This is what I do.
Which is a great segue because it's the same thing. It's people don't understand. Like, I think one of the things, the main misconception is that what we do, especially in the cigar space, looks fun.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, it can be, but it is so much work. Mm-hmm. Like after a cigar week, after a PCA, after an event, when you then have to be like Mimi or Chevalier or Raytruelife, that's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot. You
it
put
really
out
is.
a lot.
It's
a lot of output that you're putting out. It's not just shaking hands and kissing babies and stuff like that. It's also content. It's also this. It's a lot of work that you're going on and still saying, hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you. Here's a photo. All that stuff. It's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of work.
Well, don't nobody ever ask me for pictures. So I don't know about that part.
That I heard earlier. I'm so sorry.
I don't know. Nobody ever asked. They'd be like, Oh, you
Can
look
your
familiar.
can your hair get in the
The
camera?
next time I
They
see
be like-
Ray, the fucking fanfare I'm about to put on.
They be like,
Oh
they be
my
like,
God, is that Ray Truelife?
look, they be
Holy
like,
shit.
Oh yeah, do
Oh.
that, BB.
you look familiar. Is Chevalier?
That's Raymond.
That's what they say. Oh, you here?
That's not true.
You here? Where's Chevalier?
I'm about to put on a whole fanfare.
That's all
right.
I be. That's all I be saying.
You
That's
gonna
not true.
sit there and let that boy talk about you like that?
Man, I can't say nothing. He say it all the time, man. We'll
You
be
can't say
over
nothing.
here.
Because it's the
in
truth.
his defense, it's kind of true. It's kind of true. Like it's fucking true.
BB, what you
Mimi
doing?
saw it in Charlotte Cigar Week. People walking right past me to you, and then when you say, "Yeah, that's right," they be like, "Oh, hey."
Uh-huh.
So can I get a picture of Chevalier? And I just be like, whatever.
Hey, Chevalier is a celebrity, man.
Listen,
Chevalier is
we
a
still
celebrity.
have the best
When I
picture
met-
from that Charlotte Cigar Week ever. The three
When I
of us.
met
Yeah.
Yeah, the three of us took the coldest pictures. Me, and Ray took the coldest. I still got that picture on my
And-
phone, man.
And
That's the coldest picture.
and even in the picture, and if you go find the picture on Chevalier's Instagram, go scroll down, find the picture, and look at all the comments. Chevalier, you look good. Mimi, you look good.
I mean, in my defense, I was wearing really.
Who that fat dude in the picture?
You gotta relax.
Nobody said you got to say it, BB. Get it, BB. That's not what happened. That is not one comment on there.
Commercial
Somebody
break.
did say,
Everybody, and welcome to Conversations with Chevalier. Look, I've been away for a while, but I'm back now.
You wait. Well, hey, I drink it two together, man. So I see how you do it. And we do that on Conversations with Chevalier. Get it though, because you're a mom and a husband and all of the things that my father would, he would also barbecue.
So I worked with him. I was his teacher.
I know in the lounge you always group and you all over the place. What's your favorite music?
And they was like, well, this is looking different. This is looking from.
We're playing. Feel like, nah, for real. What about 10 years going on? Again, this has been Conversations with Chevalier. Thank you guys for joining us.
And no one subscribed to that shit. Sorry. Sorry.
You got something else to say, Chevalier?
That's a true friend for you right there. That is a true friend. Let me cut you off.
ain't nobody.
Exactly. All I'm saying is,
I don't have nothing.
I know I seen 2 or 3 comments where they say, "Who that fat dude in the picture?"
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Mimi, did you see that? Nobody said that. Dude.
You know how long it's been like 3 years ago, child.
I was tagged in the picture. I think you made me a collaborator, so I see all of that. What up, Rockstar? What up, Baby Prince?
What's up? The band.
It's not working. You know.
Hey man,
I am
you got
enigmatic.
you got your vibe queued up.
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
It better be good too.
Yeah, I went back. I went back and did something a little different on this, man. Something we ain't heard in a minute.
You
Go
ready?
ahead, bro. Yeah, I'm ready.
The OJs? You got the OJs?
Hell no. So look, this vibe I decided to do something a little different. I came back with a little old school Sade. I couldn't love you more. I was feeling that today. I've been listening to it in my head all day. So the vibes track tonight is gonna be I Couldn't Love You More by Sade. Relight your cigars, repour your drink, and join us. This is a vibe on the lounge with Raytruelife and Chevalier.
Some more wine. Fucking with y'all.
Just so y'all know, that's why I put my name first in the logo.
That's exactly right.
Because don't nobody know me.
You're so fucking ridiculous.
You know what's funny though? They'll come up to me and be like, "Where the her fatter at?" I'll be like, "The what?"
Don't nobody ask you that.
Yeah, they do. The her fatter. They don't know that it's her fatter. I'll be like,
You got
don't
that
know
one time. You got that one
No,
time.
I got it 3 times. I got it 3 times.
3 times in 3 years. I get asked every time somebody see me if they might know who I am. They
They
ask
know.
about you.
They know who Raymond is.
We know who the little brother is.
Oh man! Look. On that note, I'm sipping on a little Basil Hayden, and of course, I'm smoking the Pilar Maduro from El Jefe Cigar Lounge. It's a nice topic. We're talking about basically, does your network is it representative of your network? And so I think it's a great topic that Ray came up with. We're learning a lot tonight, so we just go sit back, listen to the vibe, and then get back into the topic. Mimi, how many bottles of wine you
What
had?
song? What song is this? I like the song.
This is I Couldn't Love You More by Sade.
Ooh, I like this.
Sade?
Nice and calm.
Sade. Sade. It's not Sade. It's Sade. I heard somebody say Sadie one time. I was like,
that's not
Sadie.
it.
You know,
They
when I
was like
found out
Sadie, I was like, that's
that
not
Sade was the name of the band, not her. I was like, what?
That's her name is Sade. Sade Adu. Sade Adu. She's a French South African soloist from France.
Cody, Rockstar, say what up.
What's up, buddy?
Oh my god, my phone just dropped.
That's what you get.
What up?
That was
Rob?
dramatic.
And it was very authentic.
That was very authentic.
No.
Authentic. Got me fucking it up.
Yeah, you fucking it
You
up.
got
real
me
bad.
fucking it up.
Before we end the vibe, Cody.
Yes.
Authenticity. Give it to me
Say
one
it.
time.
Let me turn it down.
Authenticity.
No.
So close.
Revisit again in 30
You keep missing
seconds.
the syllable. You keep missing the syllable.
Authenticity.
Authenticity.
Closest he's gonna get tonight.
That's closest it's gonna get right now.
Yeah. All right, this has been the vibe on the lounge. We get right back to it, man. Come on, Ray.
Man, what you telling me come on for? We getting back into this topic, man. But I do want to say that we have to understand, man, that the network that you build, yes, it definitely, you definitely got to build a network with people that can build you up, that can help you out. But that's not the only reason that you network with people.
Right.
You know, that shouldn't be let me say it's not. It shouldn't be the only reason that you build a friendship with somebody.
It doesn't have to be a friendship. It just could be a business relationship.
Right. If you build a business relationship,
let's not just. We just got off the topic of friendships, acquaintances, whatever. Compartmentalize these things.
Exactly.
Like, at this
They're
point,
not mutually exclusive.
If we're gonna be authentically ourselves, you know,
it's hard for me to have too many associates.
Right.
I would rather
authenticity. See, it's my damn speech.
That's all right. That's all right. That's okay. That's okay.
It's New Jersey, man.
I'll get there.
This is a safe space.
As Jeff says all the time, iron sharpens iron. We sharpening you up.
Yes, sir. Right.
By the time you get off of
by the
here,
end of this, you're gonna have it together.
yeah, you're gonna be saying all kind of 4-syllable words before you leave for tonight.
But yeah, having associates. My thing about having too many people around me is they gather too much information about you in the attempt to use it against you.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And so you become an associate, and I keep you at associate's length. I talk to you about whatever it is that we need to talk about, and that's it.
Yeah.
The same, and I treat associates and acquaintances the same way, because they only need to know so much about you. They don't
But
need to know everything about you.
that brings up a really good point, because at what point, like, okay, say you're with you have somebody you think is a friend, right? It turns out not to be a friend, and then they're
Is
using that against you to some degree, like you just said.
Yeah.
but
Like,
when you get
you
when I get that person, when I get that person, I already know that he or she is not a friend.
which
I
I
already.
understand. What I'm saying is, the unfortunate part about any of this, right,
Mhm.
is that, say you're just a trusting person, say you just see the good in people, and that's a lot of people that are out there. Like, if you really look at the world and how it is right now, people want connection. People want to be able to feel good about the people that they surround themselves with.
Right.
And what's really hard is that when you think you find somebody like that, and then at some point it turns out to not to be that way.
That's where you got to use
Yep.
discernment.
Right.
I
Well, I
That's
mean,
how I
understand.
yeah.
feel.
Yeah, I
Yeah, there's that
But
understand
word
that
but
people.
But
again.
it's like I'm saying,
Yeah,
it's happened to all of us
yeah.
right.
at one
Yeah,
point in
Yeah,
our lives,
yeah.
where
You
you
got to
put
yeah,
learn. You
yourself
got to
out there
learn. We
because
all
you
learn the hard way.
really, right, you're gonna have to learn. Just, I'm sure that, and that might have been the time that you learned discernment right after that,
Right.
right? But at some point, we got to that point where we trusted somebody, and that trust was betrayed in some way,
Right.
and then we had to learn the hard way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always had a lot of betrayals in my life. That's why I'm like, that's why when people like say like, make fun of me, like, my speech or how I talk, whatever, and they're like, oh, and they try to correct me in front of people. That sometimes I feel like, oh, they do it so other people know that I have a disability, so they can take that and use that against me. Because I've had that rest my whole life, call me being stupid, I'm not good enough in life, and now I'm getting that into that, like, I have that special. I don't know. I'm getting that my own kind of thing, like my own bubble.
You
That
know,
knowing that
Cody, I'll say this. The one
just
thing I
not
will
talk.
say is, you putting yourself out there
hmm
and continually, like, putting content through, or continue to being authentic. See, now I can't fucking say it.
That's okay.
Authentically
I can
you.
either.
Um, that shows a really big mature point from you. And
Yes.
what everyone is like,
yeah,
all those things that have happened to you says more about those people than it says about you, because you continue to go and grow.
Right.
And
yeah,
where the fuck they at?
Right.
yeah. And I'm gonna speak on it. I remember 2 years ago, you had a guy trying to blow you up about some
Yep,
military
I
shit.
remember.
And you
Mm,
remember me and you we
yeah, I
had a
remember
phone
that.
conversation. Remember we
That's
talked
crazy.
we talked for a couple hours one night. And the one thing I told you, man, this too will pass. The one thing, when you start growing, man, you're not growing. You know that you're not growing if you ain't got people that's trying to
Right.
shoot you down. If
Right.
if if, if you're just moving right along and everything is perfect with everything you do, it ain't real.
No.
Right.
Because, man, the world just doesn't move like that. When you're starting to grow, you're gonna start seeing people, like I said earlier in the show, they want you to be better. They just don't want you to be better than them. But
Yep.
what
Right.
they'll do, they will actively start to do things to tear you down, man. And so
Yes.
when you went through that, and I remember me and Ray having a conversation about it before me and you talked, people were like, I don't know if I remember the guy coming on, trying to come on the lounge or something. He was trying to come on the lounge, and we blocked him from coming on the lounge
I
because we were like,
remember. I
man,
remember
we're not
that.
about to take part in that bullshit. You
And
can't come on
that's the
here and
thing,
talk
is
about
like,
Cody. You can't do that.
people really want to commiserate together, or they want
Yeah,
people to commiserate with. And again, that goes to the conversation we were having earlier about personal growth.
right.
Like, all of these things that are happening, like, or things, when things like that happen, like what happened to Cody, that affects people.
Yeah.
And, like, yeah, you can grow from it, you can choose to just cut it off, whatever, but it's the growth for me.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
And like what
No, that's yours.
now with me is
I know.
Hey, Melly.
I'm starting to learning that just try the best you can in life,
a hundred
and life
percent.
and life is
Oh
so
yeah.
short that just do the best you can, and the one thing is, block all the haters and use that hate to be more powerful and to be more stronger, and
Right.
just keep on going, man. Just
Mm-hmm.
use that as
Missouri,
fuel.
Missouri loves company.
I can't
Hey,
stand you.
hey, hey,
So stupid.
Kaiser,
So
Kaiser.
stupid. but you're right. Like honestly, like I think the topic was the night that we all had the conversation was about um how do you address people that are in your DMs, or how do you address
Oh yeah,
negative
that's
energy?
that's it. Yeah,
Yeah,
And
yeah.
one of the things is this, it is hard to ignore, because
Hmm.
at
Right.
some point
it
you just want
is.
to pop off, you want to do this, that, and the other, right?
Right.
And also in this industry, like a lot of the business that we do is also done in DMs. So it's like it's hard to be like, what are you talking about today? Are you really just saying hi to say hi, or like it's a business situation, or are you saying hi because some other shit?
Right.
Um, but I don't know where I was going with that. I just like lost my train of thought
I
for a
know
second.
I know where you was going with
I
that.
know where you're going.
Well, what I'm gonna say to that is Bible say overcome evil with good.
Right. That there it
Yeah.
is.
And
Yeah,
that's
I
exactly
ain't
what
that deep with
Cody
that shit.
did. Cody stayed consistent, and I remember you not wanting to.
Right.
And one of the things I told you, hey man, just keep doing you, because
Yep.
those of us that know you, we not dealing with that, man. And
Right.
it's like we said earlier in the day, when you find your tribe, man, when you got your tribe and you moving in your purpose, the people that recognize and understand what you're doing, they not paying attention to that.
No.
Like I said, me and Ray's first thing, we only spent about 2 minutes on the issue. We blocking this dude. But here, let's go back to it. Where, like
Right.
BB said, where he at now?
Right.
Right. Exactly.
And like
Where
I
he
was
at
like
now?
when that happened, man. Let me tell you what. And you guys know it.
No, I know you were
I
down
Yeah,
bad.
I
you were
was
really
bad.
down about that.
I was
Yeah.
Yeah,
crying
you were
almost every
down about it.
night.
Yeah,
I was bad. I was in
Well,
a
because
real
you had
dark.
built this whole you had built a pretty great following, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
And for like, and it only takes one fucking person. It really does.
Yeah, it does.
And people really just want people, like I said, commiserate with one another. Be like, oh, what's the tea? What's the drama?
Right.
But it's one person's word against what the fuck your real truth is.
Right.
and that dude, he moved from you, and he went over to Scott. He went over to Scott
Oh, he
right
did.
after you. He went
Yes, he
right over
did.
to Scott
Yeah.
Yes, he
and
did.
started talking about Scott with his podcast. And I told him the same thing. Hey man, just do
I
your
think he
thing.
did it too. I want to say he did it too. With Patriot Cigar Company as well. I
There's a
think
lot.
he
It was a
said
lot of
Nah,
different
he did
people.
it to a lot of people.
He did it
Uh,
to a lot of people.
uh, yeah, he even hit Melanie Cisco with some stuff, man. Like it was
Yep.
just he went through a whole season. He started with you, went to Scott, jumped over to
Yep.
Melanie. Then
Yep.
he went back to another dude that was in that circle who
Yep.
he was throwing all these allegations about.
Yeah,
And
and that's the
people,
thing is like
yeah, people,
at that point you're the common denominator in all of those
yeah.
things, right?
It
So it's
right.
was
like
sometimes it ain't the enemy. The enemy is within you. It ain't everybody else. It's everybody it's not everybody you talking about. It's you because you the only one fucking noticing all of this shit.
exactly, Mel.
Ain't nobody
Exactly,
else
Mel.
even paying attention to it because we
But
doing this.
also, but again, it speaks to the situation because we're real live people. It's not just
Right.
like we're just sitting here like I'm an AI bot. My name is
Right.
Mimi. It's not
Right.
that. We're real people with real
Yeah.
fucking feelings.
Yeah.
So when
Yeah,
shit like that happens and you've worked really hard, like I know you've given back to the community, Cody. I know like all of that kind of stuff. It's when all of your hard work that you've put in to give back and people just shit on it for one little thing. You're like, all right, cool. What
Yeah.
have you done in your life that's so fucking great?
Right.
And I'm not saying that any one of us are fucking perfect, because none of us fucking are.
Right.
We've all
Right.
done some stupid shit. Listen, fucking Chevalier is twerking and fucking breaking his leg on a fucking on a
Oh
truck.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot
Hmm.
of shit that people do
Yeah.
in life that's not
man,
necessarily the best in
man,
the world, but
fuck
it's
y'all,
how you
fuck
recover from that shit.
y'all.
Yep.
Hey,
And how
I'm
you
like Kaisernomics.
and how you take all that as a learning curve. You know,
Yep.
I just think that I'm learning so much day by day that
Yeah.
about bullies and people that hate. It really gives you a learning skill, more learning skill set about life, and it
But
just
Yeah,
makes you more humble and makes you more learning about how much so many different people have different aspects. You know,
right.
everyone's different.
Everybody has
We're all
something to
different.
offer.
You know, and
Everybody does. And like World Class was talking about earlier, right?
Right.
It's you've probably developed discernment after that. Now that you went through something like that, now you kind of all right. Now I know how to move. I
Right.
can't be
Yeah.
as trusting with people. I can't give myself as freely to other people because
Right.
this happened.
Right.
Yeah, you don't. You definitely have that discernment now that you don't even mind calling out a motherfucker that's trying to use you.
Not,
Because
I mean,
right now
Right.
where I'm at, I have no problem calling out certain things now. Where before I take the high road, Ray be like, "Man, you need to get mad." I be like, "Nah, I ain't
Is
gonna
it a
get mad."
hootie
But
hoo or
now,
is it a caca? Is what
well,
which one is it?
literally, I just smile now. I just like any hater now. I just smile, and then I just keep walking, and I just keep
That's all
moving
you can do.
forward.
Cat Williams
Ain't
said,
nobody got
if
time
you
for
only
that.
got 7 haters, you need to figure out what you need to what you need to do to get to 10.
that's
Mm-hmm.
right. That's it right there.
Yeah,
I
but I
had a
want them to.
situation last year like that where
Yeah.
I'm trying to bring people on my show and they disregard me. So guess what I do? I go back
Disregard.
and bring somebody else out. I bring 2 or 3 more motherfuckers that they can't get on their show. And
Yeah.
they want to act funny with me. I act funny with them, but I ain't got to check them like I used to. I just move right past them.
No,
And because they
exactly.
ain't nobody mad but you.
Let your work fucking speak for
Let
itself.
let my
Right.
work show for it.
Right.
That's
You
what I'm
know,
saying. Listen, what happened after you had Big Mike on?
hey,
Exactly.
yeah, that
Yep.
part, that part.
Well,
So
what happened after you had Mike on?
There's a lot of people that was in an inbox like, what we doing?
yeah,
You let the work speak for
my
itself.
inbox was hot. My inbox was hot, and I was just sitting there. Some most of them I wasn't even responding to. You'll see. I let them see it. I let them see it the next week when I came back with Omar. Let them see it. Let
Yeah.
them see it. Let them see it. If you really want to see it, let me show you. Let me show you. I'm pissing. I was pissing you off before. Watch me really piss you off now.
Well, and that's
But
the thing.
see,
Mm-hmm.
It's the
All right.
fact that all of us put in so much work into the shit that we do. There's a reason why this show is a
My
lot of
phone.
people show up for it. It's because
you
My
got to go,
phone's
Cody.
dying. Yeah, my phone's dying. I got like 9%.
bye
All right,
Cody.
man.
I got charged.
All
I
right,
love it
bro.
Before
here,
you go,
guys.
Peace,
before you
man.
go,
Maybe
One
maybe
more
you guys
time.
Authenticity.
follow me. I don't
One
know
more
if you guys
again.
follow
Authenticity.
me.
What's the word? One more
Authenticity.
again.
one,
Authenticity.
one more.
Authenticity. Almost had it.
You almost there?
Almost.
Authenticity.
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 Almost. I'll get there. I'll get there.
You
You'll
got it.
get there. You'll
I'll
get
get
You
there.
got
there.
it.
Next time you're on the show, that's gonna be the first word you say.
Yeah,
As
I'll
soon
get
as you
there.
come on, what's the word? What's the word? Authentic.
All right,
Authenticity.
Cody, man.
Oh, look, I almost got it.
You was close. We gonna
Hey
get
man,
you.
much love, bro.
Love
Much
y'all,
love,
man.
man.
Man, we
We
love you,
appreciate
man.
you, man. Thank you,
Later.
man. We love you, bro.
Lord.
A great dude, man. A great dude that I feel like the industry hasn't always treated fairly.
Not every
Yeah.
listen, there's a lot of us that haven't been treated fairly in this industry,
No,
but
that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
I feel that way sometimes, and when I feel that way, I be like, man, fuck y'all. I just,
hey,
But Kaiser
you
but
just
have to get to
said,
that point
don't
though.
waste. Kaiser
yeah,
just said you
yeah, I
wasting
did.
energy on fools. Don't waste energy on fools, man.
Okay,
When
but
Yeah.
the
Doro
problem
Melly
is
said earlier,
you
they
have
try
to
to
get to
capture your
that point
spirit.
first
I
though.
know, and you
You
do.
got to get to
You
that
do
point
have to
first.
get to that spot.
It's like
It took me a
a
long
bad
time.
I
boyfriend or
call them
girlfriend
people.
where people are just telling you, don't fuck with that motherfucker anymore.
I call.
Don't do
I
it. But
say.
you have to get to that point yourself.
I call
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
Yeah.
Some of y'all hit them boyfriends, y'all just can't get over. I don't
I call them
know.
energy vultures. You know, you can't. You can't. I'm gonna go right past that.
Ah.
You can't let
Brother
them
over there
energy
shooting.
vultures get to you, man. People are upset that you're doing something that they can't do or
Right.
that they're scared to do.
Yeah.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? They were too scared to reach out to Cigar Mike or Omar or Carlito to get them on the show, to talk to them on their show. Or they reached out to him and the person declined the invitation.
Right.
Or
That just means that you got to
or
put in a little bit more work.
or they not as personable as
That fucking
Chevalier is.
part. Say that.
Yeah. Yeah. You get out the Chevalier, stick his neck out.
But that's
Oh, that part.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
that
the big
Chevalier
part.
stick his
difference.
neck
Is
out.
like, are you
Yeah.
approachable? Are
Yeah.
you are we gonna have a conversation that's gonna benefit both of us? Like there, if you go say for example, Carlito goes and looks at some of the other interviews that this one person A has done versus person B, and they liked what person B said better than person A on all of their interviews. Then why the fuck would he go to person A versus person B? Like,
Right.
there's a way to conduct yourself.
Yeah,
It's not an
yeah,
easy fucking thing to do.
yeah, yeah. That's real talk right there. And
You can't you
it's
can't
just
put people in you can't put people in categories that they don't deserve to be in. And we've done it. We've done it.
yeah,
I don't do I'm not a people don't inbox me no more because I always invite them to come sit down with me. Come see me.
true.
Come see me. Yeah,
Which is why would you
every time.
decline that? That's my whole thing.
Yeah.
That's an even
Yeah,
more of a reason to get to know you in person.
most of them know I still like to slap the shit out of people.
Yeah,
Oh,
Jeff,
okay.
So
Well,
yeah,
there's that.
yeah,
Jeff
yeah,
like put his
yeah.
hands on
Yeah, see these motherfuckers.
It
I
looks
still
kind of
use
small on
these.
my screen. I
It
can't
look,
see it
yeah,
in real
yeah,
time. So
it's bigger than yours.
I'm only 5'2". A lot of
I'm
things are
just
bigger than
messing
me.
with.
So
I'm just messing with you. I'm just
a
messing
lot
with
of things are bigger
you.
than me. Shit, an ant
But
might be bigger than I am
but
at
yeah,
this point.
but yeah, people don't. I don't. That's where I'm at with the hatred.
Right.
Yeah, because it's always tough talk on this camera when you live in South Carolina or North Carolina, and this other person lives in California, and this other person lives in Texas, and
Cali.
yeah,
Ooh.
so it's always that nonsense. It, tough talk, text gangsters and all
yeah,
that
them
stuff.
keyboard
Man,
gangsters. That's what
The
they call them,
keyboard
keyboard
warriors.
gangsters.
come
Yeah,
come to Texas, and I give them my address and my phone number and everything, and I see you when you get here. 'Cause
100%, Melly.
yeah,
100%. That's one of the things. Like, I'll never say anything bad about anybody else that is somebody that's on the same playing field as I. But one of the things I really take into consideration is the fact that my followers just have stayed consistent. And there's a reason, because my content has been the same. It's been thorough. I've always given back. And it's the retention.
yeah.
That's the
That's
difference.
real talk. That's true. That's true. I think that's one of the things.
Some people need to
I
be
was
slapped. I'm so done.
they do twice. Back,
they
they need to
do.
go across with the open hand and back with the backhand.
Back with the backhand, yeah.
Yeah, they got it. You got
Slap,
to
slap.
follow up with the backhand. They need that double slap. But even when I talk about Ray, I talk about the Herpreneur Lounge, and I remember for a while he backed off of it. I was like, man, your conversations are your conversations, and if it wasn't for your conversation with me, I wouldn't be doing conversations with Chevalier.
But that's my point, is like those
Hmm.
there this is a key example of lifting up the community.
Exactly.
Like,
Jeff taking the time to talk to me about things, Edwina taking the time to talk to me about things. Those are the things when you look at people and they're lifting people up, you know,
100%.
and telling them, hey, don't get involved with this. That was one of the first things Jeff told me. Hey, man, fuck these clicks, man. Don't get up here and get the fuck around with these motherfuckers. They ain't about shit, no way, damn it. That's how he said it. I had just met Jeff. I only knew him about 15 minutes. He's like, hey,
But you're not, like, you have to make your own. You have to make your own
yeah,
way.
yeah.
You
But
really have to make your own
it's
way.
cool when you have people, the people that have poured into me from the beginning are still here with me today.
Right.
That's the one thing. The people that poured into me in the beginning are still here with me today. There have been people that have fallen off because they wasn't honest. I didn't have to check them. They just fell off
I
because
Just
completely
fill out,
agree,
yeah.
Melly.
they didn't like the light. They didn't like whatever light they thought they saw. Hell, they were seeing some light that I didn't see. Y'all know how I am. I'd be like,
Hmm.
no, I
But
don't see that.
Melly, it doesn't have to be popular. Like, the real situation is, like, one of the things that got me kind of on, it was me sitting in the backyard in a bathing suit singing fucking 90s R&B. Just me being myself. And
Wait a minute, you
to,
were doing
to
what now?
sitting in the backyard like I'm doing right now, listening to 90s R&B, singing,
What
smoking
what
a
you had
cigar.
on? What you had on though?
I'm talking about
I'm
just in
asking you
general,
for a reason.
motherfucker. God damn.
I'm asking you for a reason because a lot of that for you, you bring a
Well,
certain degree of
let me tell you something. First of all, it's
say things.
95 degrees right now. I need something to sop up the sweat that's happening in all the regions, okay? So I'm gonna be comfortable and I'm in my backyard. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to be authentically
Mimi, you
myself.
see what just happened? You see what he did it? He did it to you. He did it to you.
I
That was
had to.
easy. That was easy too. That was
I
easy.
had to. I just couldn't
But
resist. I couldn't
but
resist.
again, but when if someone one were to ask me, or if I were to ask somebody, what is it about me that keeps you coming back to my page? It's because you are unapologetically yourself.
Right.
And
That's real
that's
talk.
and that to me, honestly, is the best fucking compliment to ever get.
And that's why when you look at the topic that Ray brought about tonight about, is your network representative of your net worth? When you ask that question, you can see a lot of things. Hey, what's going on? Lipstick and Fingertips is in the building.
What's up,
The
girl?
coldest mobile cigar lounge in the United States.
Yeah,
Maybe in the
man. That
Listen,
trailer is fire.
man,
she be
every
wearing that
time I see
blonde,
it,
I've only
that
seen
that
videos, but that
platinum
trailer is
blonde
fire.
bob like a
yeah,
fucking
she be
G
and she be clean.
all
And
the
she be
time,
Mm-hmm.
clean.
every time,
She stay clean. The
every time,
hats gonna be I ain't
every time,
I'm not talking about her. I can't be talking. I can't
every
be
time,
talking about it. Every time I see her, I be like,
every
let me
time.
give you, let me give you a hug. It's good to see you. She's an amazing young lady. I'm trying to get on conversations with Chevalier. She's so busy. I can't get on there. I gotta
That
get on.
trailer be
Lord,
everywhere.
That trailer be moving,
listen,
man.
you
I
gonna have
get
to
it.
go to the trailer.
I'm gonna have to go to the. You know
You
what?
gonna have to go to the trailer.
Hey, sis, look here. When you park that trailer, I'm
He
gonna
said,
come to you and interview you in your
when
trailer.
you park that thing,
When you park
when
it,
you park that
I,
thing.
it
I
don't
wanna.
be parked much.
It don't be parked much, but I want to come sit inside and I want to do conversations inside the trailer with you. I want to talk to you.
Inside of the trailer,
Yep, I want to get inside the trailer. She's an amazing
mess.
lady, man. She came
Ooh,
to
mess.
Dallas Smoke Fest
Mimi done made a
and we had
song
a good
about it.
time. Oh, when she make a song
First of all,
about it,
I'll make a song about everything.
everything. I just got
Especially,
up this
listen,
morning.
we are a half a bottle in now. It's gonna be a
Oh
Oh
song.
Lord.
Lord.
Oh
Oh
Uh
Lord.
Lord.
oh. Uh
The
oh.
Oh
Oh
Lord.
songs
Lord.
are gonna
Oh
song.
look. Hey, let's do it. Let's do it. I'll reach out. We got to do it. I'm gonna come to you wherever you at. I guess I need to go to the ATL.
Uh-oh.
And I need to go to the ATL. Ray, let's go.
What?
Do some
Nothing.
promo.
Yeah, we go shoot some content in the ATL.
Oh,
She
she went on
behind
a
the
little
wheel.
I ain't never been
like
to
this,
Atlanta.
swanging it.
Thank you, Melly. Pure Music Podcast. Look here. I watched the show that young lady has. I watched her show. Amazing
Hmm.
show. Welcome to the lounge. She has an amazing show. We would love for you to come on and jump on the panel with us sometime.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
I'll call you,
Uh
Edwina.
oh. Uh
I'll
oh.
call you. When she say that, I'll call you when the show's over.
Oh,
I'll
Edwina.
say, yeah, I'll send
Yeah.
you this link. You can come in the after
Yeah,
show
why
and
don't you
we can
come
talk
in?
about
One
that.
Come
That's
on
do
what we
in.
do
gonna
do
do.
do
Come
do
on.
do
Come
do.
on in,
Come
sis.
in the
Yep.
after show
I do plan to be at the Cigar Mike Experience. I am planning to be there. I will be
Yeah,
there.
in
we
Atlanta.
gonna
Yep.
I can't listen. That's Jordan's birthday. I can't go.
mm.
They either have it on my birthday or Jordan's birthday. I can't do it.
When is that?
Jordan's birthday is the 4th.
No, not Jordan's birthday. I don't even
Oh,
know
well,
who
you know
Jordan
me.
is. But no,
Listen, first of all, I'm a sad mom today because my sweet little baby Jordan just went on his first overnight field trip today. He's gone for like 5 days. I'm a very sad mom right now. I'm excited for him. He looks like 17.
you should be doing cartwheels and
The fuck
headspins.
you mean? I still got a whole 18, oh damn near 18-year-old in here.
Oh yeah, well yeah.
He grown.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
He
grown.
grown.
Yeah.
You
He
grown?
ready.
You'll be
For
all
you
right.
to. He ready for you to go out so he can really act up.
Bye.
Yeah.
18 years old in the summertime in California.
Do
He
you
like, Mom, don't
let
you
me
want to
let
go
me
have
tell
a
you
drink in
let me
the
tell you what
car
this
with
child
somebody?
did today. So I had to go pick up my car from VW. He comes with me. He's like, Mom, let's go to Trader Joe's. I'm sorry, what? Trader Joe's. That's the only place he wants to eat now. I'm like, oh, you should get a
Trader,
job. So he gets there. He
Trader
gets
Joe's
there.
sell food that you can eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, not
And
just
then he
groceries.
so he
Yeah.
goes in and he starts bagging all the groceries. And the guy was like, hey, you can apply online. He's like, listen, just consider this my work experience. I'm dead. This child is too much.
Hey, we do this live every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central. 7 p.m. to
Well,
9 p.m.
it's 7 p.m. right now for me.
Central.
Oh,
Central time. So feel free to join us anytime. And any of y'all that are on here with us tonight. For those of y'all, it's your first time. We do this every Thursday. It's the lounge with Raytruelife and myself. The bald head guy is what he calls me. I don't want to say my name because I don't want him saying that people don't know who he is. So it's
Listen,
Raytruelife for me.
you
Yeah,
didn't
Ray
help
True
it
Life.
just now.
They don't know who I am because you had to go through and say my whole name and point
Right.
at me.
And
Well,
the funny
Raymond.
thing about
I'm
it,
sorry, Raymond.
the funny
This
thing
guy right
about it
here.
is Ray runs the show.
He run the show.
Ray
You do.
runs the show. He can kick off anybody and be on this thing by himself.
Yeah.
Yep.
Watch this. See?
I knew he was. He gonna kick me right out. Instead of kicking me or you out, Jeff, he kicked me out.
Oh God. Oh, man, a big old,
and I
big
can
old baby.
also run the commercials.
For the cigar connoisseur who demands excellence, welcome to ChevalierLife.com. Elevate your collection with premium, high-end personalized humidors, crafted for those who appreciate true luxury. Explore a world of elite cigar accessories, cutters, lighters, and cases. Designed for style and precision, and complete your look with premium cigar-inspired apparel, because every aficionado deserves to dress the part. Luxury, craftsmanship, legacy, ChevalierLife.com, where sophistication meets the smoke. Shop now. Live the lifestyle. The Chevalier lifestyle.
What
Never
AI voice did you have doing
I
that?
know. I know. Like, how does he do that?
I was
11
like, hold
labs.
on a second.
11 labs. 11 labs.
11 labs.
11 labs. 11 labs is dope.
Man, he sent me that commercial. He was like, "Hey, man, check this out," but then he didn't let me hear it. He waited until we got on the show one day,
Hey,
and I was like, "Damn, that's way better than I did with the thing that sounded like I was in the closet."
That's definitely better than your
that's because you
public
don't know how to
access
use a
commercial.
mic.
That's
I
definitely
don't-
better than your public access commercial. The public access commercial, he
What
sounded
about
like
this
this.
one? Hold on.
He sounded like this.
Hold on.
At ChevalierLife.com.
100% sounded like that though. Like a minnow
Yeah.
in a goddamn tank.
Look, hey, I do things that I'm talented at doing, and that's all. I can take a picture, I can write my thoughts every day, share a little music, and smoke a good cigar. But
You know you
I
got
can't make
Chat
a commercial.
GPT doing that stuff. Stop.
No, that's me.
I done seen you make videos, sir.
You have seen me make videos, and I suck at it.
Yeah.
I suck at it. They're
Yeah,
very basic.
I'll
They're
agree
very
with that.
basic.
I'll agree.
Agree. Look. Everybody got their talent. That ain't one of mine. That ain't one of mine.
I'll agree with that. I'll agree with that. I just don't
What
ask you
about
to send me no more
Is
commercials.
wearing your wife's jeans.
That's what that's his
Look, Daniel.
got a
I'm not
skill.
getting to mess with you, Daniel.
One thing,
Yeah.
y'all know what else I can do? I can mute him while we talk about him. One thing that he has a great skill at doing is sliding into his wife's jeans.
It might take a little Crisco, but he got it.
Lather some lard on and slide it.
Right. I'm a darling.
Jeff said what?
Listen.
Jeff said what?
So
He played a
man,
Genuine song in those jeans just because he want to see if he could fit.
Let me find out you and your wife wear the same size pants.
Listen, you see how tight them jeans are right now?
Man, these jeans ain't tight, man. These jeans are
Lies
not
and
tight.
deceit. Lies and deceit.
When you'll try on jeans, he want to be able to put a ball in each pocket.
Oh my God.
He brings a tennis ball with him.
If he can't fit a ball in each pocket, then he don't like the jeans. They ain't tight enough.
I don't know if I'm muted, so I'm just going.
He won't be able to see who
sizes
calling.
down.
He want everybody to be able to see who calling when his phone in his pocket. That's what it was.
Felicia. Yeah, exactly.
Say, man, look, you know what? I'm done. Y'all got me.
Sorry.
Oh man, y'all get me tonight, man.
I mean, hey, you set yourself up for it all the time. So
Yeah, I do. But hey, everybody got a look.
Are you wearing jeans on? Are you wearing a Canadian tuxedo right now?
he has on a Canadian tuxedo right now.
Wow. Okay. Well,
I don't even know what that is.
it's jean on
Jeans
jean.
on top of jeans.
You wasn't supposed to be able to see the bottom down here. I got my work clothes on. I
Listen,
just threw
I need
another
you to
shirt on.
understand that we can see everything.
Don't stand up.
There you go.
Yeah, my bad. I don't even be looking like that. I just do my thing. Melly be feeling sorry for me, man. I'm glad Daniel ain't on here because Chevalier puts
I
on
will
one of
call that
those tight
motherfucker right
shirts.
now.
He puts on one of those tight shirts, and I can't do. I wonder how he breathes. You know, how you
Oh
talk.
my
Yeah,
God, that
Daniel.
sounded just like
Daniel,
him,
get
though.
on there, but you got to do the faces he make.
He has a way
Chevalier
of
puts
doing
on
things.
those. He has a way
I'm
of getting
so
into
done, you
those
guys.
tight shirts.
Uh,
I don't know how he does it. I don't know how he gets into
You
those
guys,
tight shirts.
I
You can
hate
see
it.
his heart.
He has that Jewish confused look.
He
I
looks
don't
down
know
like
how
Gilbert
he
Gottfried.
does it. He's wearing medium everything. Medium shirt,
I am
medium
so
pants,
fucking done.
medium shoes, medium socks. He's just a walking ball of medium. That's what he said.
In your defense, you're wearing compression socks so that you can compress
I'm
your
not.
leg to get in them
At
jeans.
his age, he has to.
100%. Blood clots are a
Y'all
real
trying to
thing.
say y'all trying to say I done got old and got bad circulation.
Yes.
You twerked on a fucking car, a truck,
I
and
did
fell
not
off.
on a car. Ray got people. I was in New Orleans and
Hey,
somebody asked me that. Hey man, Ray said because nobody knows it.
100%,
Ray said
Melly.
that Ray said he was twerking. You twerked on the back of your truck. Like how do you? What kind of truck you got? How do you twerk on your truck? What the fuck is
Hey,
that?
where there's
That's
a
how he
will, there's
broke
a
his
fucking
leg.
way.
That's how
And
he
he
broke
made
his
a
leg.
way.
hey, you got everybody relieving that shit too.
Anybody don't know.
It's
For
true.
anybody who doesn't know, the way
Tell the
that
story.
Chevalier broke his leg, he ran for the school board.
Yes.
He was going to
Which is
pick up
true.
signs
Yep.
from in front of this church.
Yep.
You know, he plays music.
Mhm.
He was picking up a sign, and the radio was playing, and Sexy Red came on.
Yep.
He said, "Oh, that's my
This
jam."
my shit.
He
Right.
jumped on the hood, started twerking, but he had on hard bottom shoes, so he slid off the hood
Right.
and broke his leg.
100%.
And then want
And
to
I
put
mean, he couldn't really
motivational
get up there in the
quotes.
first place because his jeans were so tight.
Right,
Like,
he shouldn't have.
He hopped on it.
He had to climb
Slid
up
down.
every level of the tire to get on top
Well,
because
no, not the
his
tie.
jeans
Like
so
the
tight.
grate in the front of the truck. Yeah.
And then
All
he wanted
I can say is vengeance is mine. I'm getting y'all ass.
You ain't gonna
I'm
do
getting
shit.
y'all ass
he had
back.
his wife take a video of him. He had his wife take a video of him walking through the hospital with his crutches so that he could use it for a motivational video.
In the
So the motivational
arms
video,
of an angel.
exactly, the motivational video that he used for the thoughts of a classic man.
Right,
He had broke
exactly.
his leg from twerking on the top of his truck,
100%.
listening to Sexy Red. I'm just putting it out
100%.
there.
It's funny how he was listening to Sexy Red and then went straight to Alanis Morissette. Like, how?
That's what he did.
We don't know. Hey, we're just the messengers, you guys. This is actually what happened.
I'm just telling y'all what. Hey, he called me.
I did call him
from the hospital.
I got a picture, and I was like,
Or the ambulance, or the lady.
I didn't get that. I got a picture of him in a crutch, and I was like, oh, all right. What the fuck happened?
I got a picture of him in the ambulance with his leg all busted up in the splint. And then he said, he called me. Because I texted him and said, what happened? He called me and said, man, you ain't gonna believe this. I said, what? He said, man, I slipped off my truck, broke my leg. I said, you slipped off your truck? Why was you on the truck? He said, man, that new Sexy Red came on, and I just had to twerk a little something, and I slipped.
And the truck is red. I couldn't help myself.
Shake that ass. Shake that ass and beat.
He was
That's what happened.
He was bending it over.
He was
letting it breathe.
Booted.
And letting it breathe.
Right.
And slid off the truck.
He couldn't let it breathe because the pants were too tight. That's the problem.
He was tooted and booted
what he needed was a rock star
in front of a mega church and slid off.
I did not have a rock star shirt on that day.
I said skirt.
Whatever that. Oh, okay. Because
That's
every
what
now
You
and
needed one of
then,
them rock star skirts.
That's what you
that's what
needed
I need.
in order to be
Y'all know what?
ambidextrous enough to get up on the fucking truck. That's what you need.
One of these days, I might have to slap one of them rock star skirts on and walk through the backyard
Yeah.
again, like we did a couple.
I fucking dare you.
Don't dare me.
Mimi, don't dare him. Don't
Don't
dare him.
dare me.
What?
Don't
Don't
dare me
dare him,
now.
Mimi.
Don't dare me now.
Mimi,
Don't dare
don't
me
dare
now.
him.
don't
Do
I
not dare
double
him.
dog
The
dare
Because
you.
he gonna be back in the
coming.
hospital. He gonna be back in the
Don't
hospital.
dare me now.
Because Chopper
I
gonna think
double
Rockstar,
he
no.
dog
got
dared you just now.
Chopper gonna think
No.
he got one of his toys and he gonna yank him. He gonna be back in the hospital.
Yeah, no.
Look, he
Yeah,
gonna
no.
stand in the skirt and be like, yoink.
Hey, say,
I'm
hey,
so fucking
hey. We don't put that in the box.
Oh, sorry.
This is our little boundary box.
All right.
First of all,
No more Chevalier twerking on his truck today.
Bop, bop, bop,
Going to,
bop, bop.
going to boundary box. That's in the
but
boundary box.
Looking back
check
at
it
it,
out.
everything like this.
Don't dare me to do the rock star. Y'all know I did it a couple years
I
ago.
just double dog dared you. Do it.
Oh Lord.
All right. Rockstar, he ain't on here no more. Stay tuned. Stay tuned, Rockstar.
Lord Jesus.
I'm gonna do some Rockstar. The last time I did, I had the pearls in the scarf on with the pink.
Oh, we
and the
know.
short,
We remember.
the kiwi swim trunks.
We can't unsee it.
Yeah.
Hey, let me
All right,
not
man.
only can you wear your wife's jeans, you can wear her skirts too.
Oh, hey, facts
man,
aren't attacks.
look, let me tell you something. If he
Say,
put a skirt on, I'm going to slap him.
Please do.
Both this
Please
way.
do.
Both ways. 3 times. Went that way.
Blah blah blah.
Bring it back, and then one more for good measure.
Blah blah blah.
I'm gonna give y'all a Rockstar moment.
That's what we're gonna do to that rock star
Okay.
moment.
Well. Slap slap. Biddy, bum, bum.
We're gonna do that. That's what we're gonna do for the rock star
I'm
moment.
gonna give y'all a Rockstar moment. Just stay tuned. It's coming.
You shut up.
I already got an idea. I'm
Oh,
gonna give y'all a Rockstar moment.
you already got skirts in your closet?
100%.
Nope, I'm not gonna do the skirt. I can't do the skirt.
Yes,
But I got
said
some.
you was gonna do it. So
I can't do the skirt. I gotta, Rockstar is a man, but I can't do the
pull
skirt.
your skirt down, B.
I'm gonna give y'all a Rockstar moment. You heard it here. It's coming. It's coming. I'm gonna be walking down in front of the lake.
You're gonna be barely walking because you.
I'm gonna be looking off.
You're gonna break your other leg.
Right. I fucking hate it here.
Hey man, I'm
That's where I'm going.
No.
That's why I'm gonna give y'all a Rockstar moment. Don't worry, I got you.
Hey, I'm up, man. I gotta take care of my boy, man. Get my son straightened out right quick.
All right, my bro.
All right, man.
Hey, I'll talk to you tomorrow, man.
Yes, sir.
Man, we had a show tonight.
We had a
has been
show
live.
tonight.
Had a hell of a show tonight, man. Great thoughts they got shared, and all the participation and the people that are joining us for the first time. We do this every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central here on the lounge with myself and Raytruelife, and occasionally Mimi Von Swag when she doing her thing. She's back.
Number one fucker.
We call her the number one fucker. That's what.
Well,
That's
what?
So join us again. Are we doing? Because I'm trying to get away from that. Are we? Hey, it's time for the toast, man.
It's time for ashes and glasses.
I actually have a drink this
It's time for ashes and glasses.
This is Ashes and Glasses. This is the way that we like to end the show. Everybody on screen has a toast, and we'll give a toast. If you got a toast and you're in the comments, put it in the comments, and we will read it out loud, and bring it to the screen. So go on ahead and put your toast in the comments. I'm gonna give it a couple of seconds because there's a delay.
I am. Big Maddie. Rockstar moment.
Put your toast in the comments. So, Mimi, you up first.
Drink up, motherfuckers.
Cheers.
Straight to the point. Cheers.
Okay. What is this? The waiting to exhale?
Twerk-o-matic. Twerk-o-matic. You up
It's
next?
time for the twerkinator. It's time for the twerkinator.
All right, my toast.
That
I'm gonna
actually
keep
has to
my
be his new name
generic
from now
toast.
on.
All right. First of all, I want to raise a glass for everybody that joined us tonight. We appreciate you for supporting us on the lounge where we have authentic conversations every week. I want to raise the toast to the number one fucker. Glad to have you back on the show with us. It's glad to see you feeling much better than you have been the last week or so. It's great to see you up and moving around. To my brother, Raytruelife, appreciate all that you do to make this show amazing. And no matter what you say, you are definitely the star in this show and truly are my best friend. And
That was the
last but
biggest eye
not
roll
least,
of all time, bro. I'm sorry.
that's what he do. He eye rolls great with no eyebrows. But
That's
but
true. That's
as I
true. But they still don't know who I am, so it don't matter what to
they
say.
know who you are. You are the star of this show. And last but not least,
Okay, sorry.
here's one for our resident professional toast giver, Mac the cigar advocate, who's not here with us tonight. I raise a glass to all of that, man. Cheers to all of you in the lounge.
Cheers. We got some in the comments. We got a good one in the comments from
Ooh.
Cigars and Love Talk. I'm toasting to my one and only baby girl who graduated with honors last Wednesday. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Cheers, cheers, cheers.
Cheers, cheers, cheers. Yes.
Let me say this real quick before you go move on. It is such a pleasure to be able to watch people that you've known in this space for a while, their kids grow up. And like it's a true testament to who you guys are as parents as well. It's also something that you should be very, very happy for yourselves because your kids wouldn't be that without you.
So, hey, let's raise a glass to that.
Cheers to
Cheers.
that. From Blowing Smoke Cigar Lounge. Operate in your authentic self because there is only one of you and can't nobody beat you at being you.
Ooh.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yes, ma'am.
That's a Coach EB special thought right
that's
there.
a Coach EB right there. She talking to the whole team with that one.
Oh boy, bro, we got another toast in here, man. You got to
I see.
who it is.
It's coming.
You see it?
It's coming, sir.
God damn. Can you wait? Shit.
Bro, Elin the Leo. Elin the Leo. Elise.
She done came back out the woodwork.
Whoa.
Yes. She been gone for a minute. She back.
Man, she conquering the world, bro. She conquering the world one state at a time, man.
Killing it.
Yeah, amazing young lady.
And she says, cheers to all the graduates and the parents and villages that helped
100%.
us. So grateful. Cheers to the cheers
cheers.
to the village.
It takes a fucking village, y'all.
Her daughter graduated this year. Sharp young lady, man. Sharp young lady. You can see where she gets it from.
Like I said, parents, listen. It's also an ode to you because
she been momming for real. Hey, Ray, I ran across that video of her at Texas Cigar Week Austin when we was at the white party. That one where she was dancing, you know that dance.
That was
she always got her hand up.
She was dancing and singing Sexual Healing. Remember we was sitting there lined up on that bitch and she was dancing. I don't know where she gets the energy, dude, to do what she do. She did that from 4:00 in the afternoon to 2:30 in the morning, and then to 4:00 at the after party. She was dancing the whole damn time.
That's that Peloton energy.
That's that damn the Peloton legs.
First of all, it's called delirium. We all operate on delirium, and hey, when we out and we can get out, we gonna.
Hey, Elise, I'm gonna share that video tomorrow.
I have a good one of me.
Because I looked at
too.
It's funny she here because I looked at it. I looked at it here today.
That's called that's white girl wasted. That's the white girl wasted special.
Remember when she was in Charlotte? She come walking to you with it. She walked up to us with it. Her and Mimi.
My Selena outfit. I had that whole.
Yeah, you sure did.
Mm-hmm.
What she say? And did.
And did.
Kitty Malicious, what's up, sis?
What's going
on?
Kitty,
I'm gonna raise a toast to Coach EB, Edwina, to one of the most amazing women in the cigar culture that I have the pleasure of saying that I call my friend. Thank you for all that you do, all of your wisdom that you impart upon me that I can share with the people around me. Thank you for being an example of what a woman, a strong woman is in this cigar community that we have. Cheers to you, my sister. Love you.
Cheers.
She truly is like the cigar mom.
She
Really?
really is, man.
She's
She
a cigar
sees
mom.
something going on. She'll
She
walk up
knows.
on you. She'll roll up
100%.
on you. This how she do it. You see it. You see the Mimi.
Do you not remember
Check out.
PCA last
Oh
year?
yeah, last year Vegas. She said,
Exactly.
hey.
Right. Exactly.
You don't have to do that. You don't have to.
I
You don't have to operate like that. You are special. You move in your purpose, and you don't let anyone take you out of your square. That's
100%.
that's a doing all day, man.
That's how she
100%.
talk. Nice, real soft.
Yeah, she real soft with. She can
When
be.
she
She can be
when she
reading you the
when she
riot act.
correcting you, when she
Yeah,
correcting
she'll be
you.
like, now, I don't do that. I like things a certain kind of way. Excellence.
She's
She's
the one
the
that's.
teacher.
I'm not mad. I'm disappointed.
I'm
Yeah,
disappointed.
yeah, yeah.
That's her right
And then
there.
she hit you with this one. And I can't have that. I have to protect my peace.
Exactly.
So, and then
Because
she slow down. She coming to the end because she goes.
yeah.
So, yeah.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
exactly what happened that night when we was all telling you, we was all talking to you. And she
That's the
showed
night
up.
I'm
She
referencing.
slowed
That's
down
the
right
night I'm
right at
referencing. I
the
held
end.
that up. She
said,
said,
yeah,
she talked for 45 minutes straight.
and then said,
Exclamation mark. And
so,
yeah, that's pretty much
that's
what I
it.
got.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you all you can do is just go, okay.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
I got it.
Yep.
I got it.
Seen,
I got
heard,
it.
and read.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
her Ray read me that night till 3:45 in the morning.
Listen, you probably deserved it.
Y'all, I
He
did.
did.
Look,
He did.
every neighbor I got over here talk about. The next day they was all out in the driveway talking about. Say, dude, what do you mean? How you treat your friends that they got to go off on you like that? I'm like,
That's
nosy
called a good
asshole.
friend. That's what the fuck that is.
Yeah.
That's
They were.
because it's a reciprocal friendship.
It's a very reciprocal friendship, man. I love her.
I'm gonna get
More
that.
than
I'm
you
gonna
can
get
ever
that. The
imagine.
next graphic I'm gonna get is the more you know. For when I say something like that, I'll put
Like this.
the more you know. Go across
The
the
more you
screen.
know. Yeah,
Hey,
reciprocal.
my toast goes to reciprocal friendships, and pouring into each other, and iron sharpening iron.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Mimi, you got another one. You got plenty wine in your goblet.
First of all, I have a whole. Listen, it's chilling.
Well, just turn up the bottle on this next one. I know you got something deep to say.
That's bottle number 2. Got to be.
No, it's not.
Oh, that's bottle number 4, homie.
It's
You got to
bottle
count
number 1. I bought one fucking.
Bro, you got to count the bottles you didn't see. You gotta add at least.
Until the straw comes out, it's not a real problem. So,
bro, when I'm FaceTiming Mimi, man, sometimes I'll be like, she'll be driving. I'll be like, where you going? You know where I'm going. She's going to pick up some wine, buddy. She be rolling.
They know you. They know you when you walk in the store, huh?
Dude, when she walks in the store,
they say, "Hey, Mimi, we got your wine for you."
She walk in the store. She had me on FaceTime, bro, and she'll walk in the store just like that. Now it's 3:00 here, so that means it's 1 there. So she getting ready. She getting wound up at 1:00. I got things I gotta do.
I'm prepping.
Well, I mean, you gotta get it when you gotta get it.
You gotta get it when you gotta get it. You gotta get it when you.
My question for that is, what time do stomachs open?
Is good.
What time do what?
What time do stomachs open?
Right.
They're always
stomachs open 24/7.
That part. So shut your whore mouth.
And on that note,
roll the clip.
This has been The Lounge. We appreciate each and every one of y'all. We do this every Thursday at 7 p.m. I'm Raytruelife. I control all of this. I'm the fat one.
He's the star of the show.
That's the bald head bastard Chevalier, who all y'all know. So And that's Mimi, Miss Mimi Von Swag in here with us.
Number one fucker, affectionately known as.
The number one fucker. What?
See, everybody got a nickname. I got a nickname too. It's the fat one. But
Raymond. Your nickname is Raymond.
We're gonna let that go.
Your lasting memories gave you that. Your lasting memories gave you your nickname. She took your first name and said, "How's Raymond?" With 3 D's on
it's
the
Raymond.
With 4 N's and 2 D. What?
It's
Mimi, stop that before somebody
Mimi.
calls me that.
His middle name is Lon.
Stop put
Lon.
Lon. No, not Lord. Not Lawrence. It's Lon.
These are the perks of controlling the